for the knock, goes for the roll now, and he's spotted Silvio. Looks for the clip, but he's not going to be able to get it. Jumps out instead, but goes down.
Moving forward, trying to get a better position, using his focus advantage. Drives straight in.
Out instead, but goes down. Now it's just Mortal alive. Poor Soul in a one-person squad, but he cannot do it.
Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split Wildcard Region Semi-Finals, and now it's time for day number 3 to commence. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma, and we are super excited for today because today is going to be the first half of the round robin for the semi-finals coming to an end.
Yep, first half of the round robin, and obviously the teams that have played their 8 games will be on a rest, obviously.
Yeah.
But then there are other teams that will be, that have played their 4 games yesterday. They are going to be commencing another journey for themselves on the new maps, on new terrains, on all those areas, obviously. So that's going to be one of the most interesting things because a famous, obviously, they are at a really good spot. So let's just see where each and every team is and how their matches are going to be affected today. As you know, see, NoChanceTeam, they have had their matches, and this spot, I don't think so this is going anywhere with 4 chicken dinners, 190 points, and today they have rest for themselves. They'll be reloading their guns tomorrow once again, but for now, it's all right for them. Team Gravity on the second. X-Raiders on the third. Famous. See, they've had just 4 games, and in those 4 games with a chicken dinner, they had 1 chicken and rest 3 went to NoChanceTeam yesterday. And that was what happened out there. 71 points. Let's see if they can hit any other milestone today. Team BlackTeamMGL on the 5th. SwankyGaming on the 6th. MYSTERIOUZ on the 7th. And NoMercy is out there on the 8th position for now.
Yeah, and as we progress through the standings, I want to talk about this. Famous can actually contest the standing of NoChanceTeam just because the performances are sort of similar. In the first day itself, NoChanceTeam managed to hit the 70-point mark. Famous did the same, got a chicken dinner. And if they perform the same way that NoChanceTeam did yesterday, Famous can actually take the spot from NoChanceTeam. But moving on to the next set of standing, let's have a look at this. All the teams over here have played 4 games. DreamxTeam on the 9th, Imperial GG on the 10th, Zeus Esports on the 11th, Andromeda on the 12th, Pain Gaming on the 13th, GoodFellows on the 14th, WMGxCloud on the 15th, and Volt Squad on the 16th. Moving on to the last set of standings, the last set of 8 teams that made their way through the group stages to the semi-finals. It's going to be LordNepal 17th, Vengeance on the 18th, 4Angry on the 19th, Watch My GP on the 20th, MT on the 21st, No Chance on the 22nd, and GoodBoys on the 23rd. So from the semi-finals, your objective is to stay in the top 16 so you can qualify for the finals, and one team who wins the finals is going to get a slot in the World League, where it is just going to be incredible experience for everyone.
Exactly, but all these points that come are because of a point distribution system that you guys already know. The first position gives you 20, then it's 14, and after that, it's gradually decreasing overall. And but the major factor that comes is that a single kill gives you 1 point, and that is one of the most important factors out there. We have seen teams finishing second with just 0 or 1 kill sometimes, and we have seen teams that have finished like 8th or 7th with I don't know 8 or 9 kills. They can even contest in top 3 or something, depending on the performance that they actually have. So the kill point actually matters a lot in these scenarios.
Yeah, the kill points matter a lot, and I think just by the first position place we can see that just because there is a difference of 103 points in there. That's like 4 chicken dinners with 5 kills in every single game. So
easy.
You need to work hard for that. And let's have a look at the schedule for the day. It's going to start off with Erangel, the first game. Second is going to be played on Sanhok. Moving on, the third game is going to be played on the map of Vikendi. And as always, in a complete circle, the last game is going to be on Erangel.
So no Miramar today, obviously, and that means that, no higher rates advantages and all. But then the players, the teams that will be playing on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, today it's going to be B versus C. So WMGxCloud, DreamxTeam, GoodBoys, Esports, MT, LordNepal, GoodFellows, Andromeda. These teams will be coming back if anything. And all of them have had only 4 games. So if a team is on 17 to 23 mark, they can actually, just rise up and can push other teams further backwards. So that can be like one of the things. Yes, esports, we have a lot of, we think that this team can, just step up to their marks and all those things. And from Group C, no chance. They are at the second last right now. They can just move upwards out today. And obviously, Famous will be out there. Watch My GP, another amazing team. Vengeance, another amazing team. So these names, these teams. Imperial GG, we know this team is capable of really good games, and so is Spain and Wolf Squad as well. 4 Angry when they actually played one of the games, they were really amazing. So Group C is a really clustered group with talent, if we have to say like that.
Yeah, I actually agree with that, because most of the teams in here, like Pain, Watch My GP, Scared, Imperial GG, they actually managed to finish in the top 8. And one of the teams, Vengeance specifically, they made a really impressive climb in the last few days of the group stages. They were almost out of it, but still they somehow managed to keep the composure and keep out of the elimination. But let's have a look at the players to watch out for today's games. It's going to be Famous versus Batman from Imperial GG. So Muskeet from Famous and Imperial GG's Batman. 10 kills for both these players, 1400 damage for both of them, and healing done is quite the same. And these two players, another interesting thing, 7th and 8th position on the kill leaderboard.
I mean, the only thing that's differentiating them is their damage as of now. Otherwise, kills amount is same with them. And one more interesting thing, a thing that we don't talk about is the average survival time, mostly because see, survival time, it matters. It changes from your game to game. It's an average, but then average survival time for them there's a difference of just 19 seconds. So either imagine if both of them just engage in a fight with each other, so one player will actually contest other one's survival time as well in the scenarios, and that can be one of the most different scenarios. So basically, survival times, there are 2 kinds of survival times that just come in. First is your individual, and second is your full team survival time that just comes in. And even if you die, the team survival time goes down as well, because they are losing players one by one. So that is also one of the things. But for the players, for themselves, the average survival time actually matters. Distance travel matters. All those nicks, the small nicks that gets ignored, like the basic stuff that sometimes gets ignored, can actually mean a lot for the players. And there's one thing, all right. No Chance is not playing today.
NoChanceTeam.
NoChanceTeam is not playing today. So Godless has a rest. But then, to be honest, he'll be just sitting out there watching the stream or something, and he'll be just going on. These players play good, but then wait for us tomorrow.
Wait for me with my AUG. I'll be ready for that one. But Godless is not playing today. Batman is in it as well. But we have seen this player have amazing performances throughout the group stages. Even yesterday, he was putting up an amazing performance. Remember the game on Miramar where they met together in the last fight? It was Imperial versus NoChanceTeam, Batman versus Godless, and these two dudes just went head to head against each other.
The Goliaths just stood right. There was a road separating them and a truck also separating them. So the smokes and throwables, everything was coming in out there. And we talk about them on 1v1 as well in the head-to-head when that was yesterday. But then coming on to today, we are diving into the game, ladies and gentlemen, as it is on your screens. You know the playing path. It starts on from the back end of Gatka Quarry and goes till Milta Power Prison, Shelter, Milta Farm, Pochinki, Gatka. If you want to go to Georgopol, you can, starting from Hospital area, Ruins, Rozog, Yasna are in the corners, and Lipovka as well. Novorepno, you can. Military base, you can. Primorsk and Peripa, you can. But the northernmost areas, they are kind of out right now.
Yeah, they are kind of out. But the good thing is, as you pointed out, all the hot drops are going to be available. As Georgopol, you can glide over there. Pochinki is going to be a straight drop. School, Rozak. So all the hot drops are going to be available. But the teams that go for the safer plays, the teams that go for shooting range, Severny, Stalber, Kamishki, those teams are going to have trouble, because they will have to rotate with vehicles through these crowded places, and that can actually get you killed. So we'll have to see if those teams, are they going to go for the safer play and land at some offsite, land at their secondary drop location? Because teams usually have like they will have their main drop where they usually like to go, but there are going to be like 3 or 4 backups as well.
they have a plan B if anything goes wrong or something. So we'll have to see which team goes for plan B and which team actually, the plan B works out good for them, because sometimes it does not.
Yeah.
So that will be one of the things. So no one is landing on Primos, Ferripier, Query areas, Gatka as well. If the circle goes on that side, I don't know what's gonna happen. Vengeance is going towards the Milta power drop, if anything. Pain as well, just landing out on the Milta power area. And see, Pain Glag is landing out there. Other players of Pain are on the farm split.
Yeah.
Empty is as well just going out there. Famous on their Milta drop for now, right now. That is where they are going. And Zeus Esports is out there on the Georgia Pole area, the Georgia Pole side. So they'll be contested by LordNepal, if anything, Wolf Squad, if anything, and there are a few more names out there. So we'll have to see what happens out there.
Look at this. Lipovka, that's not a big city, but we still have two teams going over there. It's going to be Vengeance and No Chance. Just an early contest coming in from those two teams. There were two squads who headed towards the Yasnapoliana area as well. And the Georgia Pole containers, I think there has to be an invitation-only party over there, because there are a lot of teams, and we did see some shots fired on the minimap as well. But I want to talk about this. So, as I said, Lipovka, not a big city, surrounded by the ocean on the back and the open fields in the front. So, running away is definitely going to be a challenge. The only way you get out of this one is if you wipe out an entire team, or if you find a vehicle.
If you find a vehicle, but then players, they haven't found a vehicle yet right now. All they have is a try bike for themselves, and obviously the shots are getting shot at from them on them. And the thing is, most of the players don't even have a helmet and vest, as you just saw right now. So that's going to be like one of the chances that they can take. Like, it will be a gamble if they want to go in. They can just pay it out someone or something like that. And look at this Vengeance. Samjana, I think they're crossing the road for now, just going in on the other side to take the control of that area. And Kada is one player that they might meet out in that area. So Vengeance has had a 2-2 split right now across the roads. Jal and Mao on one side and Qadar on the other side from No Chance as well right now. Where's the next player? We'll have to see. But on the other side of the road, it can be a 2 versus 1, and so is Dinesh. As you can see, Dinesh is going out in that area, and Mao can just spot Dinesh if it happens, and that can be a bad thing. But look at that, Jivas and Samjana on one side, on the toes of Qadar, and that's going to be something. Mao has been dropped out as Samjana goes with that Uzi from across the road. Now the players will be moving as Dinesh is moving, and Thug is going to be standing at his own direction. Dinesh with that S12K is just going to charge in bars and will get shot at from one side. 1 HP remaining on him. The AKM coming in handy from Qadar, but I think now the players know that where they have to concentrate the fight, and a throwable can just come in right now. Samjana has been spotted as well. Dinesh wants to just jump in using a first aid right now. Samjana has been taken down by Qadar as well. The AKM coming in, the first blood just draws out there as the player has been taken down. She was still surviving. Thug is also going in that direction right now, but Erangel is going to be giving revive right now. Dinesh does not have enough heals for himself, so I think backing off will be one of the things. But now he pops up a first aid. Qadar has spotted one more player, and one more player goes down. The game is being snatched away from Vengeance right now, as No Chance is just moving in forward.
Yeah, No Chance will get the finish on this one, and as I say that, Javis is going to be cleared up, Dinesh is going to be finished off. That's just going to leave Thug, the only man left standing. No Chance have literally wiped the floor with the players from the side of Vengeance. And I think there has to be that has to be a mistake from the side of Vengeance's part, because you do not peek crossfire setups out in the open. You have to use utilities. If you do not have the utilities, if you do not have the smokes to go for the peaks, to go for the aggression, then you just back off from the fight. Being over aggressive like that is definitely going to get you killed, and that was an amazing display of what can just happen by the side of NOChanceTeam. But let's move over here on the Georgia Pool containers, where LordNepal are being contested by the players from the side of Zeus. 3 versus 4 situation already, but who is going to come out on top from this one? The 4th player from the side of Zeus is on the back lines right now, but you do need the scopes if you want to engage in that one. But these players are pretty incredible. We have seen kills happen out in the open. Is going to be trying to juke the shots from Lord Nikesh. He goes down, and can Nikesh actually confirm the kill for himself, as another player from the side of Zeus was already there for the support of his teammate, and Killer is going to give the revive. But Ably, do you have the heals to heal yourself enough to take the next one? Because the players from the side of LordNepal, they will be closing in the distance and coming in towards you. A level 1 armor, slightly damaged Comrade, taking a lot of damage from Undaka, and the knock is gonna come in on him with that M4 in his hands. and I think that has to be a finish. He was quite in the open. NOChanceTeam is going to be knocked down on the other side, and LordNepal, they aren't looking too hot in this one as 3 players have gone down. Just 1 man left standing, and the finishes are going to come in from the side of Zeus as they close in the distance and move towards Toxic, the last man standing.
The last man standing revives one more, but will it be enough as NOChanceTeam has low HP right now, and the upper ground advantage on Untitled is going to take one down. No! The cover fire comes in and he has been taken on. NOChanceTeam still has 10 HP. Toxic goes down, and this will be the end out here as LordNepal exits the stage in this one. They'll be reviving, like Zeus eSports will be reviving their player that was taken down. That's going to be Undark right now, but they will be enjoying 4 kills and obviously the loot of the players as they are searching the crates right now.
Rushing containers is a bad idea. Because, the parts of the containers, okay, there's going to be a huge chunk, then a big gap, warehouse, and then chunks of containers. So, those open areas is where people actually get targeted and where they fall down. And that is exactly what happened over here as well. First, when Ably tried to rush from his side, he knew he was on a bad side. He tried to rush towards his teammate. He got knocked down. Lucky for him, Lords could not get the finish because the watchtower was there in the middle and he got a revive. But when the players from the side of Lords went in for the rushes, they were just picked off one by one. And even when they fell back, the number disadvantage was so massive that Zeus just had a clear wipeout of their side. But those were just 2 squads taking an early exit from the game. The major chunk has moved towards the center of the map, and I think Rozhok is where the next battle is going to be as Imperials come in contact with the side of GoodBoys. But on our screens right now, we do see the last player from the side of Vengeance, Thug. He has just set up a camp for himself and is trying to survive as the players from the side of NOChanceTeam are closing in on the distance, and I think they are in the same location as well. So he has to stay very, very still and not move an inch, but I think that is not going to happen.
Exactly, as of now, that's one thing that will be needed. Famous Musket goes down as well as out there. Vengeance gets eliminated on the other side, Thug, just like you were saying. Like, Pain actually is taking a fight out there with the Famous right now, and Famous will have to just go for another plan because Musket has been taken down, the player that we were talking about as well, and now they are going to be confirming their kills as well, the players that they knocked down. As you can see, GNBGN is on the outer direction. He will be finished slowly and steadily, and the other players of Famous, they have this house for themselves. Seems like a really good scenario. They are trying to spot the players on the other side, and if they do, that's going to be just one thing. WMG, watch my gameplays. YD is trying to take down the other players as well on the older side out there, as he had some players on his crosshairs, but then they were moving towards the safety right now. Susok, there's a first aid inside the shack right now, but ignoring that for now. Obviously, he wants to go for the fights first, then might be thinking about healing and all. The first airdrop on the outer side of the Rozhok, on the back outer side of Rozhok, has an AUG, and they fist one player and just end him out. So the fist fight just coming in out here, and now they'll be moving into the other side just to spot the players if they can. But I think the players are just trying to go and what was that? They're just trying to pop the window or the door or something, or the door was open. I was expecting glitch or something. Pain Forbid just moving in to the other direction from the shelters area as of now. Just trying to move into a safer area, into the circle, because we are 9 minutes 33 seconds inside the circle, inside the game, ladies, and the circle is closing in slowly and steadily. No one is on the southern side. Obviously, no one just dropped in and went into that area. So the fights are going to be totally centralized. And look at that, Kada. There are players just proning around on one of the areas from GoodFellows and NOChanceTeam. Look at that, Jal is on one side, Ankle on the other, Mao and Kada on one side, and the smokes are popping in to save GoodFellows from any kind of fights that can just hamper them.
Yeah, that has to be a really good strategy for themselves. GoodFellows in this situation are sitting at a massive disadvantage. Out in the open, when NOChanceTeam has control of all the compounds of this mansion, GoodFellows, they would not have any opportunities to get some cover. They would not have any opportunities to rotate out of there, and they had to create a distraction. So the vehicle was there as well, but they are still getting shot at. So that was a risk, but still it works out in their favor as they managed to disengage from this fight up against NOChanceTeam and get away to a safer location for themselves. But NOChanceTeam, they are starting this game with a really good momentum for themselves, as we saw them wipe out the squad of Vengeance. 4 kills already confirmed, so 4 points already being earned. And now if they have a good enough standings as well, the points are going to add to that. that, and their standing will pretty much be really good in this one, because points are going to be points. You need to confirm your kills to get the points. You need to have a good standing to add to those kill points. And as I was saying, the cluster has moved around the Rozhok city right in the center of the map, and that is because wherever the next circle is going to form, you will have an easier rotation. But the disadvantage of doing this right now is going to be that everyone is going to move together, basically. So you will have to fight and travel at the same time, which can be quite tricky.
So the first airdrop had an AUG for itself. We'll have to see what second has. But look at that, look at that, look at that. The K9 strictly on the person's head. If the shot goes, that just takes him down. And yes, it takes him down. Imperial Ray goes down, and Famous has made their statement right now. Now they'll be trying to see if they can go for another shot. If another shot just pops in, but for now he'll be out in the safer area. We'll be getting a revive if anything, and the K9 was doing the damage. We'll have to see what comes in the second airdrop. If it's an AWM, then he can have a really fair trade for the second airdrop. But Brad has been taken down out here. WMG can be in a bit of trouble right now as they are taking up an immense fight out in this area. Closer as well. Just trying to see the players if we can, but I don't think so, because the other players, the players from that side, obviously Andromeda, they are trying to take all the fights that they can. They have finished one of the players, obviously right now, just making it a 3v4 fight. But then the ball is in the court of Cocktail right now, because he has, I mean, they all have a good area, a higher ridge, higher building, some covers for themselves in the building, and the other ones just have a ridge. Now they know it that they are in the open. Now they are going to be going away from the fight, because that this fight is not going to lead them to anywhere. It's just going to waste their time right now in the open. So the better call should be just moving away, because if they get third party from behind or something, they won't be having any chance for the survival. But now they're popping up the smokes to move in. I think they want a fight from house to house.
Yeah, they can go for a house-to-house fight, but I agree with what you just said, Ocean. This fight is just time being wasted. It is still just the second circle. And look at this. Andromeda are already getting punished for that, as Rangar was already knocked down and the other players were forced to get away. Wait, one of the guys just fell down. I think he just exited the moving vehicle. That is not going to be good. Out in the open distance, they have a compound for cover, so the revive is going to come in. But the player that was knocked down by the players from the side of WMG, Watch My GP, he is going to be finished off. One free kill being given away just because you try to engage in a fight out in the open when the other team had good cover for themselves in the second circle. Just time being wasted, a man being lost. At what cost, though? Nothing.
Actually, but the thing is the rotation timing, the thing that we were talking about, that should have been early. If that was, then that would have been really good. See, that is one thing that just comes in. Water City to the lonely house. That's what we call that house, because see, that does not come in George Bowl, does not come in Rozhok, does not come in Water City. So that's a lonely house out there. So out here, 4 Angry are taking fight from ZS Esports. ZS Esports had just wiped up a squad in George Bowl, are coming to this area, Water City. They are really good and on their toes with the rotation, with the circle as well. But the thing is, even if they take down one player, even if they knock down one player out in that area, they still have to move up in the open, and that open movement obviously is going to cost eSports quite a bit either of time or some knocks of them as well. So they would not be, they should be the one that should be knocking out and not getting knocked out. So that is one thing that they'll have to send case, and exactly now he should be moving back. A really good choice. And Famous Marvel right now switches from K9 to M24, going for an upgrade, and takes on one more player as well. Out in this one, as you can see, he has taken down one player, but the revive should be coming in anytime soon. The second player he has spotted as well. Now this time Ray is safe, but then the other player needs a revive as soon as they can. Now Zusog is going with the ZV-28, trying to spot the players in the smoke or something, just taking the shots out, just trying to see if there is any information given out in this one. But GoodBoys, imagine if the team out there, I mean Imperials, get sandwiched, because GoodBoys is behind them, Famous is right in front of them. Oh, no doubt the distance is a lot, but still if they get sandwiched, it will be a bad start for them.
Yeah, it will definitely be a bad start, but they need to be careful about this one as well. And as you were saying, getting sandwiched, you do not want to be in that situation, especially when Marvel, we saw the sort of headshot he put up earlier with that Kar 98, has an M24 now in his hands. And that is going to be tricky for the side of Imperials. But the third airdrop coming in with the AUG right between these squads. And talking about sandwich, Imperials, they can get sandwich, because as you see, the squad number 9 is in the general direction as well, and Imperials are fighting Marvel in front of them. So AUG coming in with the suppressor, the level 3 kit, is going to put the team that picks it up at a slight advantage for themselves. But now Imperials looking to get out of the situation that they were in. The circle has moved once again centered towards the Rozhok area, so the city is gonna get really crowded, and Imperials are going for that airdrop compound for themselves, which can actually be a really good decision, because these buildings have a lot of area where Imperials can actually rotate and will have a lot of safety for themselves. But Zeus, the squad of Zeus entirely, are present towards the Water City right now.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be like one of the things. So we'll have to see what happens out in this one. And Zeus Esports, just like you said, the Water City area. So I think we can have the shades of the first ever game. If you remember the Water City zone and all those things, this might happen out in this one if the circle just tends to shift out in that area. So no one is out in the Pochinki right now in the min map, as we can see. That actually changes everything. That means teams are already prioritizing the northern rotation as they want to, and there is one squad, WMGxCloud, out in the northern-ish island, so they are just still sitting out there. MT is out here in the school area, followed by IMP on the other side, and IMP has an airdrop for themselves. The airdrop, obviously, they'll be looting out, and they'll be having and enjoying the loot. We'll have to see what guns does that airdrop carry, because if they have an M249 or an AWM, the snipers and or entry fragments, they can do just catastrophic damage. Even the Groza can do the work out there, but Ray gets shot at from the other side. And the circle is going to be kicking in anytime soon right now, as the circle goes into the Pochinki side. Now the northern teams will have to go for a southwards rotation, and this changes everything for the game right now.
Yeah, this is definitely going to change everything for the game and for the teams that decided that Rozhok was the place to be. It was the place, it was the happening place at that time. But now all the teams are going to come in towards the southern school, sort of a circle, school Pochinki. No one actually went to Pochinki because everyone thought the circle was going to keep on moving towards the northern side. And that is going to be a risky decision now, because the teams that make it into the Pochinki city first from the north to the south rotation, they can actually gatekeep everyone from coming into the city as soon as they get in, because the compounds will provide the protection. They will have the opportunity to rotate as well. And on the other side, we do see MT on our screens. They still have control of the school, so they can be safe for a while, but you need to think about the future as well. You need to think about your future rotations, the future circle as well, and try and predict that one. So MT, they have two options right now. Either they rotate in towards Pochinki, stay in the city, and then move in towards the next circle if it moves north, or they can just stay and take control of school for now and then move in towards the next circle wherever it may be. So these are the two options for them. But right now they are dealing with the situation wherein they are trying to catch some of the people from the side of Imperials that were trying to rotate. But on our screens right now, Famous Samara is going to get a knock on one of the players from the side of Goodfellas, and that was an intense situation. Oinks, I think he would have been confused. Are they going to drive me over or are they going to shoot me? But I think the gunshots were the thing that confirmed the kill.
Exactly, and now they're 30 meters away from the zone, just moving into the other directions. They have a good amount of time and all those things. The airdrop was also arriving. Another one. Empty Bugatti takes down GoodBoys. Casper in their own brawl. As you can see, 4 Angry just stole the kill out in this one. That was something that just happened out here, ladies and gentlemen. 4 Angry is a really good team. Abrar takes on GoodBoys. Shag as well. So GoodBoys will be in a nick of trouble right now, if anything, from their side, because they are losing players, and two players are left from GoodBoys that are on the right hand side, and Andromeda as well on the other side. And the Ridge is being taken out by 4 Angry right now. 4 Angry, they are at the edge of the circle. They'll have to look out, watch out for the teams that are going to come in from the behind of them right now. But for now, it's going to be really good. And CS Esports, the team that just had the first ever squad wipe out in this game, they are still looking for more fights. I mean, the kill count is still just sitting up on the 4. They would like to increase it, but let's see how and when they do it.
Yeah, we have to see how that's going to happen. But look at this. Another interesting thing. We are reaching the 20-minute mark, and Kazin still does not have a first aid kit on him. So he needs to be careful as to how he is taking the future fights for himself. Or otherwise, he is going to take so much damage so fast, and the recovery from the teammates is going to be tricky as well. Because even if he gets back up, he will have to heal himself for the next fight, which is not going to happen. He does not have any first aids. He has bandages.
Yeah, I mean, that's totally one of the things out there. So we'll have to see. Like, I mean, see, bandaging is good, but it wastes quite a lot of time. I mean, that's one of the things that actually goes on a bad note or anything. Vortex on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, has a K9 for himself, has a level one West for now, has a K9 obviously, but will be popping up heads. So we'll have to see if he can just take out those crucial knocks out there. Potato Hill area, there are GoodFellows players out there. Famous Marvel might also just come in from that area for themselves or something, but for now the areas out around on the northern areas, we'll have to see if the circle just goes in, because the circle is slowly and steadily going to come in. It's going to commence to a newer journey right now, and that journey will be taken up by the teams. And poaching is still no one is out in the poaching. The closest is Wolf Squad, that is at the end area, the triangle that we call of poaching, and they'll be in the zone right now, as you saw, and followed by Imperial, as well as Imperial is going to be inside the circle. Pain is at the center of the new circle, so they are in a really good spot right now. But all the teams on the northern side, they'll be engaging in the fights when they will, just charge for the circle right now.
Yeah, those fights are definitely going to happen. And another interesting thing about this zone is going to be that it's going to be out in the open. So we have seen a lot of field fights happen, but they can be tricky, as even while snaking, you can get killed off. And on our screens right now, WMG, they have spotted out a couple of players from the side of Wolves on top of those hills, and that is going to be an open rush coming in towards the circle. So I think Wolves are going to decide to stay on that edge and not move anywhere. Because, as I said, open rush down the hill, you are going to be in a risky position. And WMG, since they have already spotted out the players, look at this. Close is even setting up for a flank for himself. And Wolves have decided to stay on these compounds at the edge of the Pochinki city. They do see the squad of WMGxCloud rotating, but on the other side, 4 Angry going up against the players from the side of MT. And that also is going to be a fight happening on one of the edges. Eugene is going to be taken down by Kanak as the trade comes in from MT as well. But now, Wolves, as I was saying, WMG, they have set up to charge in on these 3 players of Wolves, and Wolves have spotted out a couple of teams. Pain was right in front of them, a compound right in front of them, and WMGxCloud was on their southern side. So they need to be careful as to how they engage in this fight. But on the other side, a lot of fights happening as the open rotations are going to come in, and GoodBoys, they are going to take an exit from this game on the 14th position.
After a lot of time, a team got eliminated out here. So like after just like 12 minutes, a team got eliminated. So that's a huge amount of time that the fight just happened out here. Still 13 teams remaining, ladies and gentlemen, 44 players alive out in this one. 23 minutes and 42 seconds into the game right now. 44, 45. Let's just the numbers gonna obviously keep on increasing right now. And Dark from Zeus Esports is still gonna be making and charging in a way slowly and steadily, but he has a team right in front of him. That's Andromeda. That's gonna be Andromeda. They shoot at him. Junior was going for the shots right now. They have the information with the player. Skilla goes down from Zeus Esports as WMG Cocktail also charges on him, and famous is Susok's grenade takes down Spider from WMGxCloud. So fights are happening on the each and every area. And like you said, Kazin does not have a first hit. Killa might be having it. So Killa has had a revive right now. Undag and Kazin on one side right now on their areas. We'll have to see what happens when they are going to be taking the fight right now. WMG taking up a fight against once more. They have their house for themselves, but the circle is going to be leaving it right now. They'll have to move in 25 meters in the zone right now. And that's one rotation that they need to do really soon as the circle is coming. The damage is going to be a lot, because this is the 5th circle, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, 5th circle exactly. And famous Zamara just gets inside the circle right now, being safe at the edge of the circle. The revive might come in. Famous has to get inside the circle. Famous, the circle can betray them right now. The circle will be betraying them slowly and steadily. That's going to be one of the things. And a grenade from this side can actually just take them. Another Uzi comes in. Famous Susok as well goes on. Marvel goes on. Famous gets eliminated by the Uzis. So Uzi is going to be their demise, and that is going to be a bad situation. WMGxCloud grenade are really close to us. GoodFellows are going in for the fight. One more grenade. Grenade was on him, and he did not pay enough attention, and that is just gonna be the end of this guy as well.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be quite upsetting. But good fellas, so 2 guys remaining on our screens right now. L4 is there, and WMGxCloud. They are in the close range. That is so perfect. That nade is so perfect. Another one being thrown, 2 being thrown, but it was like just inches away from the players from the side of WMG, and they still need to set up because the damage was given out to the players. It is just 3 guys remaining. They have already pretty much done half the work, but charging in with 2 people on 3 people is still quite risky, and the time that the Goodfellas players waited is going to be the time that is going to cost them their lives, maybe, because WMG, they have healed up. Close coming in with that UAS. A lot of damage is already been given. Just 1 guy left standing. Grimmy, can he survive this clutch? As Whitey is going to charge in, and he is going to be finished off. Whitey finishing and confirming that kill. Goodfellas taking an exit on the 11th position, but now they need to be careful as well, as in the northern direction, in towards the circle, is going to be the squad from the side of Zeus, the squad that has been on fire so far. See, look at this. 9 kills already confirmed for the entire team, and all 4 players are still in it. 26-minute mark already being reached, and this has been a really passive game, but that is not going to last for long, as the combats from everyone are going to start to kick in now.
Yeah, the combats will be kicking in now, and that's going to be like one of the things. So we'll have to see. Wolf squad is still out. The players are still outside the circle right now, having that circle damage. Now they get inside the circle slowly and steadily. Empty versus 4 angry. This can be a fight. The grenades are coming in from all the directions. The Molotov was really, really close to Marco, but the rock just saves the day for Marco right now. As you can see, the rock is being the shield, the exact shield that he needed to see on the upward edge and to take down the players. As he takes down 1, so now takes down Bugatti. That is the call for Marco to just move in, but Marco gets shotted from the other direction. Marco was solo read. Look at his HP. He will be taken down by the play zone if anything, and yes, he was taken down. Marco gets finished as Circle was going in. NCJal is on the kill domination on another level, and Dream Negroni is trying to take down the player's killer from eSport goes down. 4 is Marco goes down, and Wolf squad gets eliminated on the 10th. 1 more squad has exited. That's going to be watch my gameplay. WMGxCloud outside the circle right now. 1 player remaining. 1 single player for the team right now. 8 teams remaining. 23 players alive right now. Empty Karnik is trying to spot the players from 4 angry. Cloud gets eliminated on the 8 as the play zone eats them up slowly and steadily. Now it's going to be 7 teams, 21 players alive. Empty with just 1 player. 4 angry with 2 players. Spain Gaming, Dream Team with 3 players. ZS Esports have 2 down and 2 are actually up, so they'll be reviving right now. The circle has had a leftward shift.
Yeah, the circle has had an incredible shift, and Pain Gaming, the team that we thought they are gonna have to rotate in towards the circle, in towards the center, are already gonna be there. 4 angry are on the outside right now. MT is on the outside, but the teams on the southern direction, it's gonna be Imperial, Dream Team, and No Chance. They are coming in slowly and steadily. No Chance, they have gone for a 2-2 split rotation down to the top 7 teams, and 21 players still alive. Zeus Esports, one of the players was knocked down, but Killer is going to return the favor as he's going to get a knock for himself as well. And Pain Glack spots out the players from the side of No Chance, but the players from the side of Zeus are charging in. Murga, he is going to get a knock. He's going to get a finish on Killer, but the other players are still in there as Ably is going to get a revive. Glack smoking off his teammates for the protection, for the cover. Kazin, it is going to be a 3 versus 3 situation as Glack charges in, catches 1 inside the smoke. The damage just not there, but he gets charged upon and he is going to be taken down as Kazin manages to spot in out. Forbid, the only man left standing for the side of Fame in a 1 versus 3 situation. Can he close this one out? The damage has been dealt to the players from the side of Zeus as well, and they are being engaged upon by 4 angry from behind. And 4 angry can be the saving grace as one of the players from the side of Zeus is going to be taken down already. And Kazin and Ably are the only 2 people alive in this situation. Are they going to get the chicken dinner? Pain Gaming take an exit as Kazin is going to, Ably is going to be able to confirm the last kill for his team. But now Zeus, they are going to be in trouble. 4 angry still with just 1 player, and that man alone can actually be causing a lot of trouble for the side of Zeus, as No Chance they are coming into this quite strong as well. Zeus a couple of seconds ago had 4 people. Now they have 2. They have to rotate in the zone as well. So that is going to be a bad situation for them.
Really, really bad situation. 6 teams surviving, 13 players alive right now. No chance. Dream Team and Imperial 3 each. CS with 2 and 4 Angry and Empty with the 1 player for their back right now. If we talk about the kills, so ZS Esports have 15 kills right now, which is impressive, and they are surviving. Can they just go for more? We'll have to see. No chances now. Trying to spot the players from Imperial. Batman is out in the open. One shot and Batman goes down. And now the grenades of Rebel just might come in, but through the smoke they're trying to take down the players. Empty Karnik takes down NC Color. That is gonna be a one call that they are gonna give for the players to just move in. Mao is going to be having the cover of the airdrop right now, going to be popping up the smokes on that area. 4 Angries. 1 player is being surrounded from all the sides. For how long can he survive is going to be a big question. Empty Karnik still out here, just trying to spot the players, take the players right now if he can. We'll have to see if he can actually, but for now he's just going to be sitting out there waiting for the players to make a mistake. And Dream Team Zegroni goes down as Imperial Ray actually goes out there. Dream Team Sengi takes on Imperial Ray as well. So the players are going down right now, and NC Mao is trying to take down the players. One more shot can just take down the player, but Empty Karnik still surviving, manages to take the player and come out from here. But on the other side, Mao is empty, and 4 teams remaining, ladies and gentlemen. 10 players surviving. Imperial GG outside the circle just takes them out. On the domination is going to be Dream Team Sprints. Now it's 3 teams, Dream Team, and there's no chance, and ZS Esports, 1 player from No Chance surviving out here. Can ZS Esports just clutch with this one, because they have 17 kills? Can they, or can they not just go for a 20 kill mark right now? ZS Esports is Kazan just trying to spot the players. Mao has been almost spotted, but the airdrop is giving the adequate cover that they want right now. Kazan from ZS Esports have a smoke wall for themselves. The great wall of smoke just sitting out here. The grenade is just gonna go in from the other side, and they have a good cover, a decent cover for themselves, but Dream Team has that player's advantage. 1 versus 2 versus 3 in this one, and No Chance gets eliminated. Now this can be a 20 kill gameplay if they just take out 3 players. If that happens, takes down 1, but ably from ZS Esports has actually been taken down. Kaysen is surviving with that MK14, 1 MK20 bullets, spots 1, takes him out. But from the other side, this is going to be a Dream Team's game, and this team of ZS Esports was so close of a chicken dinner.
Yeah, they was really close, but I still want to see who is gonna be on top, because Dream Team in total, they had, I think after the last 2 kills, they had 8 kills for themselves, 9 kills. Yeah. And Zeus Esports, 17 coming in from their side. So the point difference is going to be pretty small between these 2 teams.
Exactly.
And that, I think, is we will figure out once we reach the game standing. But for now, let's have a look at the MVP for this game and see which person from Dream Team actually made the dream come true. It is going to be Sengi with 5 kills, 442 damage, and 8 kilometers traveled. Exactly 8 kilometers distance travel and 30 minutes survival time. So for an angle, this game was actually pretty big.
For Erangel, the game was actually really good, if anything. So we'll have to see what happens out in this one, because the players, they were first the thing was the zone was on the Roserock side.
Yeah,
it just had a southern shift, so players had to come down after all. Then it had a leftward shift, player had to go to the leftward side. Then it had a rightward shift, so player had to actually go to the rightward side. So the rotations were happening all in all, because the zone was letting them play with themselves, and some teams actually did a lot of experiments as well, if you would like to call it like that. So that was one thing. But then let's have a look at the top 5 players, as we're going to talk about ZS Esports in this one a lot, because you see 3 players from ZS Esports, 6 kills, 5 kills and 4 kills, so 15 kills is out here only. The other player had 2 kills. That's going to be Avely, that's missing out from the table right now. Dream Team Sengi had 5 kills for himself as well, and No Chances player, so many squares in his name, is going to be out there on the 5th with 3 kills for himself. So that's going to be just one of the things. I think that's either Jal or Mao, if anything, they have kills for themselves. So it can be Jal or Qadar or anything like that. So we'll have to see what there is. But overall, so close yet so far. That MK was a really good choice, but then, you know, in those 20 bullets, you have to use those 20 bullets in just one thing, because MK is kind of a gun. Even with the level 3 helmet in the close ranges, 2 bullets are enough if you want to take the players down. Let's see where the teams are in the standings right now, if the first position is being given away or not. Yes, it is.
31 points. You expect a team with chicken dinner to have 31 points, but imagine if they actually had the chicken dinner in this game as well. So that would have been a 40-point gameplay for them, because the 3 kills from the side of Dream Team and the 20 points for the placement as well. 40 points from just one game. Zeus would have been on fire with that, man. But first position to Zeus, second to Dream Team, third to No Chance, 4 Angry on the 4th, MT on the 5th, Imperial GG on the 6th, Pain Gaming on the 7th, and WMGxCloud on the 8th position in this game.
Yeah, for now, this will be like the standings and everything for the top 8. But then moving on from 9 to 16, Watch My GP was out here on the 9th, Andromeda on the 10th, Famous. This was an upset one. Famous was out there on the 11th. Obviously, the players were, just taken down slowly and steadily. That was one of the things. Will scored on the 12th, GoodFellows on the 13th, GoodBoys on the 14th, Vengeance on the 15th, and LordNepal ended the day on the 16th. They had a really good fight in George Pole, but then, Zeus just, they just obliterated the competition.
Yeah, they did obliterate the competition for themselves, but LordNepal and Vengeance, LordNepal, okay, for them, it was actually both these teams actually made some crucial mistakes in the decision making, as in rushing the containers, engaging crossfire situations, because when the team is split up on 2 other sides of a road and they have compounds, they have a crossfire setup basically for themselves, and you do not want to rush that situation for them. And a lot of unlucky situations as well we did see, wherein players were just getting caught out in the open. One of the players from Andromeda died because of that as well when they were rushing out. The decision was to get away, but the shots came in at just an unfortunate timing, and that sort of resulted in them already playing with a disadvantage.
Exactly, and 2 crucial fights happening. One was in Lipovka, one was in George Bull. The first fight, Vengeance was taking fight out there. They lost it, and the other team, obviously, having fight out LordNepal, they were lost there. So let's see where it keeps them in the overall standings, as we are going to be watching the standings right now. And No Chance, obviously, they won't be going anywhere right now. Team Gravity on the 2nd, Exodus on the 3rd. So Dream Team, this is a new one, all right, because they had incredible amount of points for themselves as well in this one. So they are going to be out there in the 4th. Famous is going to be dropping down right now on the 5th. That is where they are. Zeus Esports, they are slowly dropping, climbing up right now. Obviously, with that 31-point game, they are going to be out there on the 6th. BlackTeamMGL on the 7th, and SwankyGaming currently is on the 8th position right now. But moving on, Mysterious is out there on the 9th. Imperial GG on the 10th. NoMercy on the 11th, and Pain Gaming. Now this is the thing. 5 games for each and every team out from here. So Pain Gaming, Andromeda, WMGxCloud, No Chance, and GoodFellows. They have had their share of games, so the plus and minuses are gonna come in right now. And these top 16. After this, the top 16 point mark will be a crucial one for each and everyone.
Yeah, definitely. The top 16 is going to be the crucial one, and by the end of today, we will have a more clear picture as to how these teams fare up against each other. But let's have a look at the last set of teams. 4 Angry on the 17th, MT on the 18th, Wolf Squad on the 19th, Watch My GP on the 20th, LordNepal on the 21st, Vengeance on the 22nd, and GoodBoys on the 23rd. And as I was saying earlier, after the 4 games of today, after the 3 remaining games of today, in fact, we will have a more clear picture as to how these teams are actually doing, because right now the stats are definitely going to be a little haywire, since some teams are sitting on 8 games played in total, some teams are sitting on 5 games played now, and by the end of today, all the teams will have completed 8 games for themselves, which is going to be half the journey completed. But as we move on to the second game of today, we'll take a short break right now, so you guys stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back. Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split WildCard Regional Semi-Finals day number 3, and now it's going to be time for game number 2, which is going to be played on Sanhok. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma.
And we are going into the game, ladies and gentlemen, the second game of Sanhok. Let's talk about it on the way. As you can see, the playing path is on your screens, ladies and gentlemen. It goes to Camp Alpha, so Hatin, Paradise. Obviously, Paradise, Khao, those big names, Mongnai, if anyone wants to go there, Camp Bravo, Boot Camp, the big names, the big areas, Ruins, if you want to go there, will be out there. We'll see where the players actually go, where they actually land, and as the plane is going, and where the circle actually forms, because you know the players play this game according to the circle, not according to themselves.
Yeah, the players play this game according to themselves, as we have seen
I
for
said
the
according
past.
to the circles.
Yeah, but they played according to themselves as well. Because look at this, look at what's happening right now.
Oh.
Camp Alpha Island. Do you see that, Ocean? Do you see that?
I see that. I don't believe that yet right now, but still, that is happening out there for some reason. Ably from eSport once again going for the later of the rotations, and the circle is going to be on the Ruins Island. The prioritization is going to be on the Ruins Island, and 3 players of eSports are on the boot camp area. 1 player is on the other side for the other side of the things. I don't
Just
know.
experiencing the Camp Alpha.
Probably. But then, all right, GoodFellows is one of the teams that will have to rotate into the circle on a longer rotation. So as IMP and Pain, they are going to be coming from the left, right hand side. But then, I don't think so they'll be having any problems. WMGxCloud and World Squad are still gliding and going in hand to hand right now. And LordNepal and Andromeda are fairly close to each other. We'll have to see if a team just engages in an early fight or something. I think eSports is AFK or something, because he is still going in from the parachute.
Yeah, still going down from the parachute, and a couple of surprising things. Vengeance went to Camp Bravo, Empty went to Camp Alpha. Wolves, I think they are heading towards the Camp Charlie situation for themselves.
Alpha, Bravo, Charlie,
all taken. And Boot Camp has been conquered by the players from the side of Zeus. They had an amazing performance in the last game, still lacking the chicken dinner, but did get a lot of points for themselves. But look at this. He has the guns to actually take this fight against Dream Team. The only thing that is not in his advantage is the fact that he's gonna be outnumbered. Oh, but Sengi out in the open. If he gets caught off guard, Sonar can actually get the finish and can confirm 1 kill, and he is hearing the sound cues as well.
Yeah, and actually Sengi is lacking one thing, that's gun, and now it's a 1v1 fight if it happens out there, and Sona still is using a pan for himself. For some reason, he's having a pan in his hands, and he's just going, and look at this, he is just moving into the pan, just wants to actually, just take the fight, and eSports is able, will be taking down that with the first blood drawing out there, and that's going to be one of the things. But then, you want to see what happens out there. Sona, why did you put the pan behind you? I want to see, like, imagine, we have never seen a pan is going on, a pan fight or something. We were talking about it 2 days back, like we want to see a pan fight in the final circle or something. Remember when it was
Zeus.
They were taking up pans in their hands and just going for it. So if anything, if that happens, guys, give us a really good pan fight or something. Look at this. Yes.
He just cornered himself. All of them are going to dive in on him. He should have stayed with his teammates. But now, I think in a matter of seconds, we will see the first kill in this game being confirmed, as Eugene with that Tommy gun in his hand, saying he's trying to run away. He heard the footsteps of his enemies come in closer behind him, so he's going to be spotted out. The shot coming in from the Tommy gun. Knock is going to be there, and the finish is going to happen as well, as the players from the side of Dream Team are not going to do anything about this one. Oh boy.
It's how you just take down one player, and this is actually the first blood that just dropped out in this one. So DreamxTeam saying he made a mistake, not a mistake that he knew, he made an unknowing mistake, and that's one thing that just costs him and the team right now. So we'll have to see what happens out in this one, because in the parallel universe he might have conquered a 1v4, but in this one it was a 4v1, and that's one thing that he just lost out in this one. So 4 Angry will be having a 1 kill for themselves, and now the first stage, everything they're going to be picking up right now to take up a really good fight if that happens. On the other hand, it's 1 minute and 42 seconds left for the circle to just commence in this map of Sanhok and Dream Team. Now their situations will be changing, as they have just 3 players. On the other side, LordNepal and WMGxCloud, they are ready to take up a fight if that happens right now, because LordNepal's players, they are fairly distributed, and WMGxCloud will see if they have a strategy to just take the players down, because LordNepal previous game they got eliminated early. Maybe this time they just change it all.
Yeah, they can change everything for themselves this time around because this is going to be a fresh game. This is going to be a fresh start. And starting from the side of Xiaomi for themselves, these teams are going to have the collision. And as the circle is going to be centered around the ruins Painan situation, the rotations for them are going to be easy as well because as we said earlier, water rotations, like landing close to the beach areas for yourself, can be tricky, but you are going to have an advantage because you just fight in one direction and that's going to be the team in front of you. Can't say the same about the team of WMGxCloud, and LordNepal are on the more beach shore sort of a situation, more compounds for themselves on towards the beach side, and these fights can happen at any moment as LordNepal comes into the compound. NIRZ spots the two players out, gets one knock, health at 50% health, and he is going to be knocked down by Nikesh. Now the finish is going to come in at any given instant, and there it is, and that is going to put the team at a disadvantage. But another team that's going to be at a disadvantage, it's going to be the side of Imperials, as two of the players have been knocked down. Nikesh spot out Vortex from the side of WMGxCloud, who comes in to get the revenge for his teammate, but the revive is going to come in on the player from the side of LordNepal, and the nade being thrown can actually dish out the damage. Vortex steps back and is waiting for the magic to come in, but that is not going to do anything as the cover from the wall was there. Comrade did not take that much damage, and on the other side, 4 Angry and Zeus colliding up against each other. A lot of early fights coming in on this map of Sanhok, and Vengeance Javas is going to be taken down as the players from the side of Imperial are getting back up on their feet, and Vortex just charges in. 2 versus 1 situation. Both the players are quite low. Vortex has an health advantage and he needs to be on point, but the heals are coming in. He needs to go in now. Don't let them heal, but his teammate is there for the support as well, and the players from the side of LordNepal, they are going to heal up. They are going to be sitting at 75% health for themselves. Another player is on the down low. The Molotov being thrown is going to dish out the damage to Mondo, and that is not what you want. Slowly and steadily drops down to 50% health, but the fight still carries on as teams have rotated and the players have positioned themselves for the future fights. But Lords, they are going to be at an advantage now since the players have healed up and they have control of the compound. On the other side, players from the side of WMGxCloud, they are out in the open.
Both the teams have kind of an advantage as the players of WMGxCloud, they have cornered their opponents in just one house, but the players from LordNepal, just like you said, yes, they have healed up. So we'll have to see what happens in this fight. But right now, as you can see, GoodFellows Dreamy has been taken down by WMGx Cocktail, and no chance is taking a fight with Andromeda as well. The VSS out in the Sanhok, a deadly combination. Comrade was taken down. Comrade needs a revive. Now you can push in. Now you should be charging in, just barging in those areas, and no chances. Kada was also trying to pick up the fights out there. And Spider, will he be charging? And that's a big question because, see, they are knocking down the players, but they are not capitalizing on those knocks as of now. That's one thing that is just keeping WMGxCloud away from winning this fight. They've lost one player, but still they can win the fight. Andromeda's Abrar has taken down one player from no chance, and Kada was going in for the cover fights, if anything, if that was happening out there. Andromeda is in a really good spot right now, but they can be charged in by MT as well from the other side. MT, which is fairly far away right now, but no chances. Players, they are low on health. You can see Jal, he has to heal up. It's a matter of time since he heals up and goes away or in to the fight right now. We'll have to see. And the circle is also closing in slowly and steadily. And look at that, GF, GoodFellows' players, they are going away from the fights right now. WMG, watch my gameplays. Whitey was out there, is using a bike right now to rotate in and to move in from one area to the other area for now. Seems like a really good thing. Seems like a really interesting situation. And now he's going to spot the player. He is not going to let the swimmer go away, wants to finish him inside the water area, does not want to make him go any soon, does not want to let him breathe any soon. Let's see if he just spots out and just finishes him. I think he has the information, but the thing is, he's just not going for. On the other hand, Ragnar out here, level 3 helmet, level 1 is going for a grenade. The grenade cooking in from the other side of Bugatti as well. Bugatti is cooking a grenade of his own. Which grenade will be doing the damage is going to be one of the questions. Grenade comes into Bugatti's side, does the damage, and Bugatti will be taken down by Abraz Uzi on that area. Karnik as well from MT coming in for the third party right now as they were taking part against No Chance, and Ragnar with another grenade. Now this time can take down Reed as well, and his player just goes down. He on 1 HP throws a grenade. The golden grenade does not do the damage. He'll have to heal up, and after that maybe can take the fight. But Tamim can be the game changer out in this location.
Yeah, Tamim can definitely change the situation for him and for his teams. Ooh, that has to be a bad one. Yeah, but the damage was not there, so he got quite lucky with that one. And we have seen these slight hiccups, the fumble. If you doubt yourself for a moment, you are gonna end up killing your own teammates. But that Molotov being thrown on towards the player of Andromeda is gonna force them in a bad spot, because 2 versus 3 situation, the players have revived, they have healed up, and Karnik, Bugatti and Reed versus the 2 players, Tamim and Ragnar. Can they take this fight? They have good covers, they can run back as well since the ridge was there, but like, look at this, Wolves up against the squad of Pain, and the players have been spotted. The M4 with the 2x, is it gonna dish out the damage? The other player, Hugo, has an M4 and a 3x on it. So the guns and the scopes are pretty much perfect for these close range battles. But are you going to come out on top? But Hugo on the other side takes a lot of damage as he stepped out of the cover for an instant to fire the shots, and ended up being dropped down to around 20% health on himself.
Yeah, as of now, that was one of the things, and you can see WildCard's players just trying to take up the fights for themselves, trying to take out each and every fight. But Evola gets a shot at, and his HP is really low right now. He's popping up a first aid for himself, and one player from Pain just goes down as Hugo on that 5 HP takes him down, and DreamxTeam's Negroni is using an M24 to take down WildCard's players as well. So WildCard can be in a lot, not if in a bit of trouble, they'll be in a lot of trouble, as there are fights happening on either of the directions. Smoker will be left out there, no doubt he is on full HP, but he cannot retaliate right now. Still 16 teams remaining, 11 plus minutes into the game, so no team, no player, I mean players have been lost, but no player has lost the hope, because their team is still surviving out in this one.
Yeah, no team surviving in this one, and we have to see who is going to come out on top. But still, 16 teams. No one has been eliminated.
Yeah.
So it is quite late in the game, but we could see the first elimination come in as MT are going to take down one of the players from the side of Andromeda. And just one man left standing. And is that going to be the kill confirmed, as Ragnar gets a knock for himself? 1 versus 2 situation. Can clutch it out. 1 versus 4, 1 versus 3 right now. And Ragnar is going to be taken down. And as I said, Andromeda are going to be the first team being eliminated, and MT is going to be the team that forced them to the exit.
That was something out there that just happened out in this one. We'll have to see what changes it just makes, and 2 teams gets eliminated out in this one. So we have 44 players alive and 14 teams in a hit of second. We just lost 2 teams, and this can be the third one out here, as Pain is moving it forward on WildCard's players. And the third one, yes, WildCard exits the stage out on this one. On 14, we have 13 teams left right now. The third airdrop has a Groza with an 8-time scope. A really interesting decision out here if the players want to go for the Groza right now. Something we'll see if that counts up in the final circles. But for now, I think someone will be much more happier with the level 3 stuff or anything for now.
Yeah, the level 3 stuff is going to be good. The 8x is going to be an incredible thing to add to your addition if you are using the snipers for yourself and the Groza. Can't say enough about the Groza. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that can be one of the things, but we'll see how it just goes. And NoChance's ankle, like NoChance has lost one of the players, that's Mao, and Jal, Ankle and Color are still surviving, and we know one of the players was in top 5 kill leaders in the previous game. So can they just continue the same run right now, as Empty Reed just takes down Jal? That can be a bad thing out there. Vengeance this time surviving for a bit longer than the previous one. The Nation Samjana are in one of the houses, if anything. We'll have to see what happens. And on the upward edge is ZS Esports, a team that dominated the first game. Can they dominate it once more? We'll have to see. They did not get a chicken dinner this time. They will be aiming up for it. So ZS Esports, this can be a game-changing game for themselves. Jal gets a revive right now. Ankle is just still sitting out here, just trying to spot the players, trying to see the location or the information if he finds it or anything. But Famous' players, Amara, Musket and Susok, still surviving, still sitting out there. So we'll have to see. So and all the 4 players of Famous are out there. We have expectations from ZS Esports, from Famous Esports. So we'll have to see what both the teams just come in with, like Zeus and Famous. Imagine if they go for a 1v1.
Ooh, that is definitely going to be something that every one of our viewers is going to want to watch. But right now, Zeus are going to take the engagement up against the squad of Vengeance, who are going to climb up this hill. And Zeus have a pretty good setup for themselves for a 3 versus 4 situation. 1 player on the top is going to look for information, while the 2 players from the down low can go for the wraparounds, can go for the flanks. But talking about Famous, they are going up against the team of NoChance and have actually gotten a couple of knocks for for themselves as well. Now, Susong and Marvel, good flank for Ankle. They can take the man out if they go for Russians, but Ankle is being careful. He knows where the player Susong is and is going for the third person perspective, trying to spot the players, trying to catch them off rotations. And now being patient is going to be a key in this one, as no chance, just two players surviving. One player, Ankle, is going to take a nade to his face and is going to be knocked down. Susong, he's going to cook another one and is going to chunk it towards the hut. But is that going to dish out the damage? As Qadar is going to be forced to move out of that situation and is going to be forced to run away and just survive. As Marvel is going to charge in from the other end and is going to confirm the kill for his team. Ankle, he is just going to be finished off.
No Chance can be in a bad situation after this. As you can see, Susok is on a domination of a Grenadier right now. He is going good with the grenades as of now. Imperials also, on the other hand, just trying to spot the players of GoodBoys. We'll see if they spot it. And yes, they are trying to spot the players. They're trying to finish out the players right now. Look at that. Shada just spotted the player and 1 HP remaining on the player of Imperium killing. And he will be making it up to the safety right now. Imperial's finisher as well was out there, but still will be safe for now. And GoodBoy Shata has a level 3 helmet, level 3 asset, an MK with an extended quick draw mag that I could see out here, and obviously a ghillie suit. So let's see if he just, dishes out the damage with that MK and can sneak his ways through that ghillie suit, because it's gonna be an important one. The circle on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, ruins area is out there. Painan, nobody's in the Painan area. Imagine the circle just goes into that area, and the grenade can take down Batman. If the grenade just blasts out in that area, it takes a bit of his health down, as Batman is still on low HP. The second one can be a charming one for him, as the grenade can just go and dish out the damage for him, but it just falls short right now. Imperial's Ray as well on his Ray is moving in, running in out there. Imperial killing has been taken on. Punisher as well. So it's down to Batman. Can he just change everything for the team? Can he just change the fate of the team? Ray is also on the other side. Lord's players are also going down, as Spain is taking up a fight from two teams, as Famous also joins in the party. Imperial killing also goes down. Ray also has been taken down. It's just one player, Batman. Can he change everything for the team? As it's Batman versus GoodBoys. What's gonna happen, as Imperial is slowly and steadily just going down, and Batman will be the lone survivor out in this one. Can he change everything is a big question. The circle's also closing in. The circle's coming in. Does not worry about the circle, because he is quite in the central area. Can he? Because we know Batman likes to play solo. He goes for the solo yellow strategy. And GoodBoys Rich is on the one side, Casper on the other, and the other players on the other sides as well. We will have to see if Batman just stays there, stays put, and just catches even one of the GoodBoys off guard, or will he not just go for the pure and sheer aggression as he is known for?
Yeah, I think that has to be the question this time around. What is Batman going to do up against the side of GoodBoys? Because the Justice League is definitely going to be there, not going to be there, and even Batman is going to be taken down as the flank kicks in, and Imperial GG take an early exit from this game.
Yeah, that exit was a bad one for them right now. We'll have to see what happens of themselves and their team in the next one, because the first game was really, really good for them, and this one actually was quite weird and quite bad for them right now, and we'll have to see what happens. Lord Comrade takes on Famous Mosquito. So Famous, a team that was taking up a fight with the other players, and they are in a lot of trouble right now. Pain is also moving in forward. LordNepal, as you can see, have 2 kills for themselves. 35 players still alive. Exclude them, it's 31 right now. So 31 players still alive. They have good numbers advantage in their favor. And look at this Pain lag with that grenade can take down DreamxTeam's Mistake, as the grenade just goes in from both the sides. Does not do a damage yet on both the sides right now, so both of the players will be safe right now. Paying like just slithering in, moving in forward. If he spots the player, that is going to be a good one, as Mystique can just go down. The player has the smoke point, so now he's in the open. Now he is in the open. Mystique gets shot at and taken down easily. No, he is still surviving with 1 HP. That was impressive by him, but not anymore, as Pain Black, he is not going to stop punishing him and will take him down.
Yeah, the punish is definitely going to be their dream team. They are going to be in trouble in this one. And as we reach the 19-minute mark, still 12 teams surviving in this game, 33 players alive. And the circle has moved towards the Painan. The northern edge of the Painan city. So the bridge camps are definitely going to start kicking in. Most of the teams are in there except for LordNepal and one player from the side of WMGxCloud, Vortex, still in the blue zone. And I think he is going to be taken out over there as well, since he is not moving for now. But MT are going to be in trouble as they come into contact with the players from the side of WatchMyGP, and two of the knocks did come in for their side. So this is going to be a tricky situation, as I said, northern side of Painan, nothing to hide in there. Just a couple of compounds, then there's going to be a bridge, and the river is going to create even more problems. But Famous, for now, they have spotted out a couple of players from the side of MT as well. They were already being taken down. Oh, Reed, the head being spotted, and Marvel is going to make this one count with his M4. The knock is going to come in, but Marvel's level 3 helmet has also taken some damage. And on the other side, Mosquito was knocked down a little while earlier.
So Mosquito needs a revive right now. The smokes are coming in from the side of Famous, just so that, you know, each and every player will be crucial out in this one. Mosquito needs a revive. The smoke is out there. Marvel wants to move in forward. Marvel might give a really good cover or cover fire if that is needed. So the zone is divided by the river right now. Two players on this side, two teams on this side and that side. The two parts of land being divided by the river right now. We'll have to see what happens. Look at that. GoodBoys Zata was out there, and we'll have to see if they just spot the players. Mosquito is also on low HP right now. Famous Susog is on a Grenadier streak as of now, and Musket might go down, and yes, he'll go down. Amara will be surviving out there. Marvel as well has taken some damage. Susog is also out there. Empty Reed was outside the circle, will be punished for that thing as WMG Cocktail has the kill, and Finn is still outside the circle taking up a fight. Fifth circle, ladies and gentlemen. Cocktail is on domination right now with his 3 kills for himself. LordNepal's Toxic also goes down as Pain's GNBGN is also taking up a fight out there. No Chance gets eliminated as Kada just falls short on Watch My Gameplay's game, and Play Zone just eats up Lord Comrade. Lord's players are going down right now as Pain is taking an incredible fight. Look at this, last player, Nikesh, just surviving out there. All the players outside the circle from Pain Gaming. Amara is still bleeding outside the circle. Anything, the circle is not favoring anyone right now. The 5th circle is closing in. Pain has to move in. Famous has to move inside the circle. Empty, and GoodFellows outside the circle. Nikesh with 1 HP, still surviving. Not anymore, as the player just come in, and Pain Gaming wins this fight for themselves. LordNepal gets exited out of the server right now.
Yeah, LordNepal, an unfortunate exit for themselves. But look at this, 3 teams in the blue zone right now. Watch My GP, MT, and GoodFellows. And those teams are not sitting really good in this one. Famous is going to be there as well, as once again, the circle is on the bridge, sort of. Well, the northwestern side of the circle is going to be on the bridge, and teams are going to cross that one. Zeus is going to be in a perfect position to wipe all of them out, as the corridor fights do not really work out for anyone, and they can get free kills for themselves. But these bridge fights are going to be pretty important. You need to fight over here to get to the other side, and GoodBoy is not going to be making it, as Cocktail is going to wipe them out. Cocktail is so low, and he's going to be taken down by the blue zone as well. Whitey is going to be the only man left standing, and can he clutch this one out for his team? He needs to heal up, and then he needs to move in. But the players from the side of Famous are coming from behind as well, so he needs to be really careful. The smoke being thrown on towards Cocktail is going to help him out in the revive. But can Cocktail survive, as another first aid is going to come in from Whitey? But the first shots from the side of Zeus are going to confirm that kill, as Watch My GP is going to take an exit from this game as well. Dream Team, they have gone for the Painan compounds to the Painan, other Painan rotation from the water, and Pain is still going to be suffering from the blue zone. Famous, only man left alive is going to be Susok. Can he clutch this one out? He's going for the swim. GoodBoys, just one player goes for the swim as well, but getting over to the other side is definitely going to be a challenge for them, because as soon as they get there, Zeus is going to drop the hammer, drop the lightning bolt on them.
Yes, that is going to be something out there. And 6 teams remaining, ladies and gentlemen. You can see the winner of the chicken dinner forecast says that Zeus Esports has a good chance of winning it for themselves right now. They have 3 players surviving. Dream Pins is on a domination. As you can see, they are dropping down the players. Famous also goes down. Famous gets eliminated out on the 6th in this one. I think Zeus Esports can change everything for themselves and for the game right now. The circle is not on Zeus Esports' players right now. As of now, now, but still they are trying to make it inside the zone right now. The first 8 being popped up by GoodBoys players. The player that was left alone out there. Can they just take it out? And Dream Team's player also goes down. This is going to be a bad scenario, as this will leave a 3v1v1v1 situation out for Zeus Esports for an easy win. Let's see if they actually clutch this one. 42% of the winner when the chicken in the forecast is there's a 42% probability, which will increase to a 50% probability right now. GoodBoys Shark is still outside, is still not on the land area right now. Might just go for a heal battle. And Zeus Esports, will they let them do it? I don't think so, because they are still trying to take down the players. But then that goes down as GoodBoys Shark, and he's just destined to finish him. And I think the finish might come in really soon, as GoodBoys Shark is going for it. And one player is snatching up the game from Zeus Esports, but can he do it any longer, as the players are just fairly close to it? It's a 2v1 situation, ladies and gentlemen. Kaizen moving in forward. The grenade was coming in, takes down a lot of HP from GoodBoys Shark, as he is down to just 10 HP. Final first aid being popped up right now on his side, and he pops up a first aid, just moving in forward. If he moves any further, that will be a swim, and you cannot use guns while you will be swimming. A grenade is coming in from his side. The grenade can just change everything. Will it or will it not, as the grenade just forms in and takes down Kaizen's health a bit, but still GoodBoys Shark is still going to be out there in that area, and he's going to be taking the damage by the circle as he is moving in from one side. He'll be finished off. A 2v2 situation, a proper standoff out in this one, as Kaizen and Killa will be surviving for the team right now. Can they just survive any longer will be one of the questions, because Dream Team is looking ready for a fight. The final 2v2, Negroni and Prince from Dream Team. Kaizen is out there, and Killa from Zeus Esports. Will Zeus Esports have a chicken dinner? They don't have much kills in this one, have just 6. Dream Team has 4 for themselves. Which team is going to come in on top is going to be one of the questions. Look at that. Dream Team's players, they have lost their backpacks. They just removed the backpacks out in their one. So can they just take up the fights? And so has Kaizen from Zeus Esports. No backpack on this guy as well. So they are destined to the fight. They want to take the fight. The circle is actually on Zeus Esports right now. Look at the grenade. Look at the Molotovs that's coming in right next to Dream Team's Negroni, who has a level 3 backpack on himself right now. Snaking in, moving in. Prince is going in from the left hand direction from Dream Team's perspective. Can he just bite them off from behind? That will be one of the questions right now. 2 versus 2. Still, the fights are happening. The final circle will be commencing anytime sooner, because the 8th circle is going to go down. And Dream Team's Prince, this guy can change everything if he just moves in. He is fairly close to Zeus Esports' players. They don't know the direction. Prince takes down 1. Prince takes down 2 as well right now. This was another time that Dream Team just stole it away. The second time that happened. First position for Dream and second for Zeus.
Yeah, and this time the difference is going to be that Zeus and Dream Team, they were sitting at the same amount of kills. So Dream Teams are definitely going to have the first position in the standings and a lot of points for themselves as well. But the same 2 teams down in the final circle. And it was an intense fight from both these teams since the game started. And it is just incredible. But let's have a look at the MVP for this game and see which player from Dream Team is going to get it. It's going to be Prince this time, as the man is sitting at 5 kills, 597 damage and 4 kilometers traveled.
Yeah, and 25 minutes and 32 seconds of survival time for this player. So 5 kills from this one player, and the team is on 6 kills.
Yeah.
So he has done a lot of work for himself and for the team, if anything you want to say in this one. But this is the same thing that happened in the previous game. A previous game, it was Zeus. Zeus did not get the chicken in that one as well, but they were standing on top of the mountain. But that is not going to be happening in this one. But then let's just have a look at the 5 players as well that just will be making an impact. Because for now, I think Dream Team's Prince was out there on the top of the list, as you know, and after that it's going to be PNG and BGN out there on the second position with 4 kills and anything. But look at the damage difference that there is with the players out there. 284 damage just coming in out in that one. And WMG Cocktail was also out here on the 3rd with 3. GoodBoys Shark on the 4th with 3. So one thing about GoodBoys Shark was that he took down one player from Zeus Esports, and that just changed everything on the bridge area. He took an incredible fight, and he is solely one of the reasons that the win actually went to Dream Team's side. Otherwise, it would have been Zeus Esports' game or anything.
Yeah, because they would have been in the man advantage in the final fight, and 2 versus 3 situation is going to be an easier thing to deal with, obviously. But another thing I think that was in the factor would have been that Ably died. I don't know what happened to his network or something, but Ably was not able to compete in this game, and that actually would have changed the entire situation. But let's have a standings for this game. Dream Team on the first, Zeus Esports on the second, GoodBoys on the third, Pain Gaming on the fourth, Watch My GP on the fifth, Famous on the sixth, MT on the seventh position, GoodFellows on the eighth. And moving on, let's have a look at the next set of 8 teams and see how they are doing. LordNepal on the 9th, Vengeance on the 10th, Imperial GG on the 11th, No Chance on the 12th, Wolf Squad on the 13th, 4 Angry on the 14th, and Andromeda on the 15th, with WMGxCloud on the last position with 16th position for them.
Yeah, and Andromeda, 4 Angry. So these teams, Imperial GG as well, these teams are not making up that marking gameplay that they're known for. But then 2 teams, Dream Team and Zeus Esports, I think there is a rivalry going on between them right now. That is for a chicken. Obviously, it's in front of each and every team. All 16 teams want the chicken dinner, but Dream Team is always stealing it away when it comes to the fights from Zeus Esports. Either in the ways they don't have the kills, but then they get the chicken dinner because of the strategies, or in the way that one person just slithers in the map of Sanhok and just takes it away. So let's see where it puts Dream Team in the overall standings, where it puts Zeus Esports in the overall standings, because the first position obviously will be unfazed, and Dream Team with 2 chicken dinners of today, the first and the second one, are actually the second team to hit a 100-point mark, as they are out there on 102. Let's see if they can actually go for 2 more chicken dinners in the next one. Zeus Esports also is going up right now, is on 93 points. Team Gravity not playing today, obviously is going to be on the 4th. Famous is going to be on the 5th right now. Exodus on the 6th, BlackTeamMGL on the 7th, and SwankyGaming will be out there on the 8th position.
Moving on to the next set of teams, let's have a look at 9 to 16. Pain Gaming on the 9th, Imperial GG on the 10th, Mysterious on the 11th, NoMercy on the 12th, Andromeda on the 13th position, GoodFellows on the 14th, Watch My GP on the 15th, and WMGxCloud on the 16th position. So teams in here are still pretty safe, and some of the teams that are not playing, if they continue to drop, they can be taken out of the top 16. But moving on to the last set, it's going to be No Chance on the 17th, MT on the 18th, 4 Angry on the 19th, LordNepal on the 20th, Wolf Squad on the 21st, GoodBoys on the 22nd, and Vengeance on the 23rd.
Yeah, so these are the teams, and see, all the teams from No Chance to Vengeance have had 6 games. They still have the chances to play the 2 more games that they are playing today, and to come up in the top 16 if they go for it. And they will be going for it, and that can just lead the teams to go down right now. But for now, these are the top 23 standings on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll have to see where does it keep. I mean, Dream Team and Zeus, they are at 2nd and 3rd. Dream Team can have those good gameplays, can have those chicken dinners. If they have, my question still will stay, can they take No Chance down? I mean, the amount is less.
Yeah, the amount is less, but it is still like 87 point difference here. So getting 87 points from 2 games, that is gonna be a challenge. It is close to impossible.
No way.
Yeah, I mean, you have to get like 20 plus kills in every single game, plus the chicken dinner. But let's have a look at the kill leaders for now, as Godless is going to be there on the 1st position with 33 kills. Choconut, the same team, 23 kills, 2nd position. Team Gravity Sabo on the 3rd with 22 kills. Dream Team Prince is going to make it in here on the 4th with 17 kills, and Kazan from Zeus is going to be on the 5th with 16 kills to his name.
Yeah, so this is going to be like the players. But then moving on from 6 to 10, as you know, Imperial Batman, if Batman is out there, if we're talking about kill leaders, Batman will be out there. He's on the 6th. Dream Team Sengi is out there on the 7th with his K9 and his M24s. And No Chances Usko is out there on the 8th. Undak from Zeus Esports is out there on the 9th. And Famous Musket is out there on the 10th with the 12 kills for the team and for himself, obviously. So that's going to be like one of the things, the amount of kills that the players actually bring out for themselves.
Yeah.
Will that reflect out there? Because see, Famous is also trying. Each and every team is trying, but then they are lacking somewhere. And let's see if they just come up on the next match.
Yeah, we just have to see if teams are gonna step up. Can Zeus finally get the chicken dinner for themselves? But that is gonna happen on the 3rd game when we come back from a short break. So you guys just stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back. Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split WildCard Region Semi-Finals, and now it is going to be time for game number 3 that is going to be played on Vikendi. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma.
Yes, and Vikendi's gameplay. All right, let's just ask you one question. If you had to pick one team now for Vikendi out of Dream Team and Zeus Esports, what are you going to be picking?
I'll go with Zeus. I'll go with Zeus Esports now.
I hate to say this, I wanted to go with Zeus because I think this can be a comeback game because see, they go over the fights. In the previous match, even with 3 players, one of the players just got taken down by the water in the earliest of the stages. Even with that, if they can manage to go till the last fight without losing any single player, they lost 1 player in the final segments only. So I think they can, just take each and every fight and just, create the best of the results or something.
Yeah, definitely. That is going to be expected from the side of Zeus. And is this going to be the 3rd game wherein the final 2 teams remaining, are they going to be Dream Team and Zeus Esports again? Because these 2 teams have been putting up amazing performances and amazing numbers.
Alright, if apart from these, if you want to pick one of the teams.
Apart from these, I would go with...
I think this can be Famous's game.
Yeah,
maybe.
Famous can actually also step up, and they need to, because their performance today has not been good at all.
Yeah, their performance has been quite decent, but we know what this team is capable of. So Zeus, Dream Team, and Famous, these three names are the ones that we'll be looking, watching them, having our eyes on. But then on the other hand, Watch My Gameplay has had a decent run. WMGxCloud has had a decent run. Wenges, the first game was really bad. The second game was kind of a comeback game for them. Not really good, but still kind of. But let's see which team and how are they going to play the games, as we are going to be jumping into the plane, ladies and gentlemen. You can see the plane path starting from cement factory to the port area. Zabawa, coal mine, Cosmodrome, Mount Crescent, Port Oast to cement factory are going to be out there. Hot Springs, if you want to go to that area, you can Cantra as well. Castle, Volnova, Villa, Goroka, Krichas, the areas on the southern side of the plane trajectory, and on the southernmost side, the areas that will be still kind of out of the mix is going to be Dobromesto, Vihamo, Vatro, Dynapark, Ebe, Winery, and Milnado. Players will have to, if they want to go there, they'll have to take a vehicle or something.
Yeah, they will have to take a vehicle, but look at this, another interesting thing. Famous is just playing with 3 players in the squad, so this is going to be a hard one for them. But as we have noticed with Vikendi, in all this time that we've been casting and we've been playing this game, this is going to be a slow game.
Yeah, there's going to be a slow start, a slow mid as well, a faster ending can actually come. But then Vikendi is kind of an unpredictable thing. And look at that, the circle is on Dobromesto side, the place where the plane path was not there. So Muvatra, Dynobak will be the areas. And Zeus Esports are going to go to the Villa area, going to just stand there, chill out there for a while. And after that, they might just go for the fights and all those things. We'll have to see what happens for themselves. And Pain Gaming, once again, GNBGN on one side, Forbid on the other side. So they are also, dropping on the different locations for themselves. And this time, Abely is also surviving. He is alive this time, and for this while right now. Let's see how he changes everything.
Okay, look at this. Pain, they are going to be in so much pain right now, because as you said, Forbid on one side, GNBG on the other side, and their remaining 2 players actually went towards the northern end of the island, where Dream Team is already there. So those 2 players, if they get caught out, they are going to be taken out in an instant on the Trebno area. And there are 3 teams in there, so getting out of there is going to be tricky. But Forbid and GNBG, and if they actually find the weapons for themselves, they can go and support their teammates. On the other side, LordNepal have taken full control of Dobromesto for themselves, and I think that is going to be a really good position for them to be in right now, since the circle is going to be there and the teams are going to come in pouring towards them. And also, there's water behind them. Just fight in one way.
Yeah, I mean, exactly, that can be this thing. You just fight in one way. The water, obviously, there's not going to be anyone coming from that area. That's one. The Green Team's mistake. He had a bad drop right now. He was really close to WMGxCloud, but still he is going to be making his way towards his teammates. Something has good guns for himself right now. Does not have a helmet or a vest. Has a level 2 backpack as well. So the gun department is good, but the shield department is quite bad with this one. Just has 5 bandages as well and 2 energy drinks for himself. So he would like to increase the chance of getting those stuff as well for himself. Has to get into the circle 1500-ish meters, 1600 to be precise, 1583 if anything. So we'll see what happens with this one as well. And Zeus Esports has had a full control of Villa. So they like to go to this location. This location seems really good for them. This drop area seems really good for them. So let's see what happens in this one for the team, for themselves, and all those things. Villa, I mean, is going to be inside the circle for now. But what if it's not? The rotation is going to be might be a difficult one for themselves, as Andromeda was actually on the southern side of Villa, but then they are still fairly far away for them right now. You can see the drop locations of each and every team right now, and these are all the locations on the screens.
Yeah, and as you were talking about Villa, the place is a big place inside the circle right now, so Zeus can actually be there for a while up until the next circle and still have an easy rotation in there, because there are these open roads. It is those open mountains, small mountains that they have to cross, and if they can actually get on top of one of them, they can catch a lot of teams out in the rotation, since most of the teams are outside the circle right now. But on our screens, as you can see, Pain, the two players still managed to survive on the Trebno area, but they are splitting up amongst themselves now. As you see, Glack moving towards the Cosmodrome, where the players from the side of Imperials are already present, and Marga is moving towards the Peskova city for himself. So that is an interesting strategy. And another interesting thing, Dream Team, even they have decided to go for the split, as Mystic has been left on the northern side of Cosmodrome, and the remaining players have moved through Podvosto and are making their way into the circle right now.
Yeah, exactly. Like the rotations are important as soon as you can, because the circle, the blue zone, the blue shift will be coming in really soon. And the thing that actually just intrigues me once again is Spain Marga's drop location. He is fairly close to WMGxCloud for some reason, and he should not be there by any means, way or form right now, because obviously see, it's gonna just bite him back if anything, and he would not be wanting that. No player would be wanting that right now. So far, no fights have happened. So far, the teams are in a really good spot. So far, the teams are, each and every player is surviving, and that's the slowness of the Vikendi that just kicked in right now. The players, they are trying to spot the areas that can be really good for them, and Dream Team's Mystic is out here on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, has a vehicle for them. So each and every player has a vehicle for themselves right now. So he's also moving in, the scouting in the areas, and 35 more seconds when the first circle is gonna kick in, and Zeus Esports Dream Team fairly close to Zeus Esports. The final circle fight can happen in the initial areas right now, but for now, Dream Team just went in. Pain Marga takes on one player from WMGxCloud. The first knock kicking in on the game right now, and Pain Marga is a solo player out in that area, whereas WMGx has a full team for themselves. So this one player, can he just go for it? Because he takes down the second one as well. He has gone for 1v4, takes down 2 for himself. Now, Vortex and NRZ are the two players surviving. They have to go out in the open. That is one bad thing. Now, a smoke is being popped up as Vortex would like to go and give up a revive. I think this revive can just come in and kick in, but that is gonna just give them the location, if anything, and Pain Marga can actually be in a bit of trouble right now. But still, he has a cover for himself, and the revive is coming in right now. NRZ, the only player surviving, is on the other side.
Yeah, Pain Marga, as we were talking about, the players have split up in 4 different directions from the side of Pain, but here comes GNBGN for the support of his teammate, and when one man can drop down 2 players, what can 2 of them do? Can they go for a squad wipe entirely and change this situation for their advantage, or is WMGxCloud going to step up and clutch this one out? One of the players had a PP Bison on him, and we have seen that gun in action. But on the other side, ably from the side of Zeus is going to catch the players from the side of Dream Team off guard, and a knock is going to come in over there. But Spider, in this fight, has a good advantage. The smoke was thrown on towards the car to protect and create some cover. It's going to allow him to move to the vehicle and get in a closer distance. And the running smoke from Negroni is going to be there, as they will try to recover their teammate from the hands of Zeus. Did I just see a player from the side of NoChance blow himself?
this has happened.
I mean,
sometimes.
he killed himself somehow.
Yeah, I mean that happens out. So it's all about the vehicle mechanics and all those
Yeah.
the shot mechanics and all those things that just happens out there. But then look at this, Vengeance once again in a lot of trouble, as Zeus Esports is gonna take the best, and on the other hand, Pain is also in a lot of trouble, as the players from WMGxCloud are taking up the fights. As Spider is spotting the players, is taking them down, has a level 1 helmet which is completely broken off, and Pain is actually, just like you said, is in a lot of pain right now. Now switches to Uzi, is going to go and give the damage, as much damage as he can. He's just going for it, and I think this fight has changed its pace as a grenade takes down Forbid right now as well. All throwables, the Molotovs, everything is coming in. So the fight that was once in the hands of Pain is now in the hands of WMGx Vortex. As WMGx players, as you can see, Vortex is going in. He spots one player on one side. AKM can just come in and he has takes down one more player, and this is gonna be leaving just one player. Marga surviving out in this one as all the players are just going away. Marga is surviving, takes down one. Marga also goes down. So the fight has been stolen away, and Pain is gonna be in a lot of danger right now. Just one player surviving from Pain, and he will be on the far end of the circle right now.
Yeah, the extreme split from that team not working out at all, but Dream Team on our screens right now. So I think they have somehow managed to get away from the fight that they were up against the team of Zeus. That is going to be good for them, but look at this. This is even better. The first airdrop coming in with the MK14, the suppressor for the snipers, the level 3 armor, the level 3 helmet, and the level 3 backpack. But on the other side, another vehicle being blown up is going to force the players from the side of WMG in some trouble, as GoodBoys are in that engagement. But Lord Jagni, he's going to be in so much trouble now. Out in the open, has spotted out one of the players from the side of NoChance, and the good thing for him is that that player is isolated, and LordNepal, all the team is going to be in there, and Whitey from the side of WMG is going to be finished off, and Jal, the only remaining player from the side of NoChance, I think he is just going to be the first. His team is going to be the first team eliminated in a matter of seconds, as he has been spotted out. But Casper trying to connect those shots on close, misses everything, and now takes some in return from WMG Brat. The knock is going to come in. Shashak, he is still there. The other two players from the side of from the side of GoodBoys, they are split up, so the flank can come in as well. But the recovery for the teammate is going to be Shashak's job now.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be one thing that GoodBoys Shark will have to give a revive on that. But then the cover is coming in from the other side. As you can see, the players are just arriving out to really fairly close to them. So we'll see what happens out in this one. But WMG Brat still spotting the players, taking them out. The damage has been dealt, if not the knock, but the damage has been given out in this one. So that's an important thing. See, if you are not going for the knock, you should actually put your opponents in a situation from where they'll have to think once again, you know, we're taking up a fight or something. Imperial Ray has actually blasted his own vehicle or something and has gone down right now. So the players are being taken down. The circle, if it goes on the land area, it will be a really good thing because the water rotations are going to be a difficult one in this one. Dobro Mesto and Vihar, those areas will be really safer areas for the next circle to be in. But we'll have to see whether the circle goes on the north or the southern side or something. Or it stays in the center. Yes, it stays in the center right now. And the circle is going to be a proper landmark circle for now. That's going to be a good thing. And Zia's Esports is taking a fight against 4Angry, as 4Angry was out there. Imperial's Batman is also coming into the equation. Three teams just are going to be starting to fight with each other, but I think Batman has taken a U-turn and has just left the area for good right now.
Yeah, Batman needs to be careful. He avoided, even in the last match we saw, as he was the last man remaining for his team, he was taken out. And now, I think, going for a more passive play is going to be the style of Imperial GG. But on the other side, 4Angry just charging on the two players from the side of Zeus. The compound fight is going to come in 2 versus 4 situation. But can they get this one? Can they get on top of Zeus and force them out of this situation? As one of the players, Eugene, is going to be taken down. A bad move coming in, jumping down from the first floor. Takes a lot of shots. And Ably is going to make sure that another one is not going to get this one. Undaka from the far off distance is going to force 4Angry in a really bad situation. Circo, he has been spotted out. He has a lot of health on him, but the shots fired are dishing out the damage. And one more player from the side of Zeus was quite close, but the damage did come in from Undaka.
Yeah, that's one thing that just happened out there. Zeus Esports' Undaka. Jason needs a revive as soon as they can because he is low on health. And one player surviving. Circo goes down, but can they give a revive? He is running to give him a revive, but I don't think so. The revive is going to come. Look at that. Jason Ably. Killa needs a revive as well. The players are on a low health right now. Dream Team is coming in from behind. Can Dream Team and Zeus just go in a fight in the early stages right now? I don't think so, because Dream Team would like to play it with as much safety as they can. And look at that, GoodFellows versus LordNepal. The fights are gonna happen in this area as well right now. But the second circle is gonna be coming in really soon, less than 10 seconds. So let's see where the players are gonna be going with their rotations as such.
Yeah, we have to see that. But now look at this, another interesting situation. LordNepal, 4 players split in 4 compounds, and GoodFellows is going to try and go in on this engagement. The shots being fired is going to give away the information as to where exactly the players are. But I think you still need to spot out all 4 before you go in and try and commit to this one. The compounds are not going to provide that much protection for one of the players. As you did see, there was this open first floor of wall was blown up. So that can actually be a really bad situation, because you can take the shots. It's going to be easy to throw the utility in, and surviving is definitely going to be a challenge, as Jagni has been the only man who is left for the flag, and the other 3 players from the side of LordNepal have grouped up together.
Yeah, that's totally true out there. So the grouping up, it can help them in quite a bit of scenarios out in this one. But on the other side, it's a 3-1 setup for LordNepal. As you can see, 3 players on one side, 1 player on the other side. But if that 1 player goes down, that can be a bad scenario, because then the 3 players will have to rush in through the open area to give up a revive, and that can just end everything for the teams right now, for the players right now. The circle is slowly and steadily coming in. About to be 15 minutes into the game after 1 minute mark. So we'll have to see what happens out in the game. For now, Robotnik using that SLR, 10 bullets, does not have an extended mag obviously, but then DMRs with those 10 bullets, they can deal a really good amount of damage. Lord Comrade is trying to see through the wood out here. Just getting that information if we can get it, and the smoke is being popped up from one direction just to cross road or something. And the third circle will be coming in less than 2 minutes for now, so you'll have to see where the circle actually goes, because the circle leaves these 2 teams away, then they'll have to take a fight with the circle as well. And look at that, Explorer has an M24 out for himself, and the third airdrop has an MK14.
Yeah, the third airdrop with the MK14 and the Adrenaline Surge as well. So a lot of damage and a lot of healing coming in at the same time can put you in a good situation. But GoodFellows are not going to be in a good situation, as Grimmy has already been taken down. So LordNepal from that cover are actually managing to dish out a lot of damage on the high ground. And another player, ooh, he barely managed to survive with just 2 HP on him. And that was so close to a knock. But the cover came in at the most crucial of the times. And look at this, Wolves, they are being engaged upon by the players from the side of Dream Team. And Sengi is going to knock Hugo down and finish him off in an instant. And Wolves have decided to run away from that entire situation. Do not want to lose any more players.
Yeah, they don't want to lose any of the players right now, because each and every single player just counts it up for the team to actually be in a really good spot. So far, 4 Angry is the only squad that got eliminated. That was done by Zeus Esports. And after that, all 15 teams are alive right now with 45 players surviving. So that's an average of 3 players per team surviving and the things like that. But we'll have to see what happens till the final circle, which teams and which names and which players will be out there. 30 more seconds for the third circle to come in, to commence. And if we actually can have a look at the mini-map or something, we'll see where the circle is right now and where the circle can just go. As you can see out there, the circle was on the left hand side, but then the water will be taken out of the equation. LordNepal still trying to spot the players. AM Junior goes for a grenade. The grenade is in his own building right now, jumps away from that area. That would have been a bad throw, a terrible throw if you may. But then Junior once again just gets in from Andromeda, and Ragnar takes down 1 player from GoodFellows. Now it's the exact time that they should be moving in, as Grimmy has been taken down, has been taken out of the equation. The 4 versus 3 situation is where the fights are right now, and GoodFellows, they'll be in a bit of trouble right now, as Junior is once again just trying to spot the players. If he throws a grenade this time, if he has an extra grenade, the player on the upward side can just easily lose the fight.
Yeah, the fight can be lost, but this can be a third party as well, as Andromeda, they can go in on GoodFellows. And as you were talking about nades, I think GoodFellows, they need smokes right now for themselves as well to counter the nades, or to try and get away from the information. But the Molotov being thrown on the entrance of the house is going to force the GoodFellows in there, and the only way to get out of there is going to be the windows now.
Yeah, I mean,
But the windows
yeah.
are going to be covered by the other team.
Exactly. That's going to be another thing. See, you can think that that you will be winning one of the fights, but then the other side there are more and more fights that just happen out there. So that's like one of the things that just keep on happening. Onyx, on the other hand, as you could see, just was trying to spot the players, pop some heads out and out there, and Andromeda's player. You can see Ragnar just around that building area. He was fairly close to them. Ragnar, as you can see, was taking the TVB. The player comes in, charges in, takes him one down. 0 bullets will be spotted. Shot at, and Onyx is also on low HP right now. Bad scenario for GoodFellows. They can lose the whole fight right now. Zhibotnik is moving in from one direction. First aid being popped up from Ragnar as well. One player goes down. Junior with that MK14. The MK auto gun. The beast of the MK is coming in. Takes one player down as well. Zhibotnik, the only player surviving. But now Junior, look at it. The player right next to him. Could you spot him? No, he did not spot him. But that will be the end of GoodFellows as Andromeda win this one.
Yeah, Andromeda are going to come out on top, but now Lords Nikesh, they know where the team is, and now since they are rotating in towards the circle, they are going to know to watch their backs. They can find a compound, set up a camp, set up a trap for this team of Andromeda coming in from the rear. GoodFellows, they delayed the fight too much. They should have prioritized the rotation earlier, because that was just the third circle. Now it's going to be time for the fourth circle, and as we usually say, you do not want to fight before the fourth circle. It is just going to be time wasted. You can either utilize that time rotating, getting information about teams, information as to how they are fighting, or time spent looting. Because there's always going to be an upgrade available. There's always going to be a better scope available. There's always going to be the things that you like available. The grips, the stocks, and armors, helmets, backpacks, your healing utility. As you are going to be rotating, you are going to take some damage. You need more heals during the time. So you can spend that time doing better things. But if you choose to fight, you need to make sure that you do not lose or invest too much. But on our screens right now, Dream Mystic did take down one of the players from the side of LordNepal, and GoodBoys Shark is going to catch the players from the side of Andromeda in rotation, but as they stop to fire those guns, they are going to take a lot of damage. Junior is going to be finished off by Shark, and another player, Tamim, is going to be knocked down. But as I was saying, the blue zone damage is going to kick in on the players as well from the side of GoodBoys, and they need to be careful when they go in for the finishes.
Yeah, I mean, that is going to be a thing. The Dream Team so far has 4 kills only. Would like to increase the number or something, and they are inside the circle. Fairly inside the circle. 20 minutes mark hit in this game right now. And look at this. Look at this. WMGxCloud. 2 players have been taken down. 1 player, Batman, remaining versus 1 player close. And the players that are taken down are going to be giving the proper directions. Batman switches to Uzi. Spots the player. Takes him down. Takes him down. Yes, he takes him down. Watch, my GB gets eliminated out in this one. And Batman is going to go and give up the adequate revive to his players. That is very much needed right now.
Yeah, that is going to be really needed, as it was a 1 versus 3 situation, 2 players being knocked down. And as we always say, it is Batman. You are going to have trouble when you're fighting this man all alone, especially. And somehow still manages to keep his team in this game. But on the other side, GoodBoys, even they are going to be in trouble. Out in the open, they still have to pull off a miracle to survive.
They will have to, will have to pull off a miracle to, just either survive or just be there or anything. And GoodBoys, as you can see, GoodBoys are just still trying to spot the players or something out. The Lord Comrade as well. So Dream Team is a team that the fans will be having a lot of expectations right now. LordNepal as well. They were right in front of each other's. GoodBoys out here moving in on the Andromeda side, and Andromeda's Ragnar. The guy that actually, clutched out a fight right now is, can he just clutch out another one? I mean, they are not in the circle. 9 more seconds for the circle to come, and the players from MT Finn just takes down WMGxCloud's players, and Nazet gets finished out here as Reed was taking up a fight. And now more and more players being spotted out there as on the other side. But can just take them out. G36 with the 4 times can do the damage, but as of now the players have a really good cover for themselves, and the players are still inside the circle. The 5th circle coming in, commencing in, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have to see what happens. 13 meters is the distance that they have to get inside the circle, so the cover will be lost out from their side. Goroka area leaving the circle right now, and Dream Team Sengi takes down the player Vengeance from the Molotov, and Vengeance gets eliminated out in this one as Dream Team's Prince and Sengi go on a domination with their kill counts.
Yeah, that is just going to put the team in a good momentum. And is this going to be the third game that Dream Team get a chicken dinner for themselves in? Or is someone else going to step up and challenge them on this occasion? Because today feels like it is going to be their day. The first two games look like pretty easy games for them. And the third game can be theirs as well. The way they are playing this one right now. So we still have to wait and watch to the end of the game and see how things are gonna go. But Andromeda, Ragnar, the only player surviving in a bad situation. His health, his healings are running out as the zone is dishing out a lot of damage on him. Has 2 first aid, 5 bandages, 1 energy drink, and 3 painkillers, if I remember correctly. But the nade being thrown, I think that has to be the end for his life. Ragnar, is he going to survive that one as the blue zone also dishes out the damage? The first aid is going to come in, but no, the nade from Casper actually does the job. Andromeda take an exit on the 12th position, down to the 11 teams in this game, and GoodBoys are now rotating in towards the circle, but there is another team waiting for them there.
Teams, players, everyone will be waiting for them out there. As you can see on the minimap, there is a team, a player, just LordNepal waiting out, ready for the fight. Something, he's a lone survivor right now, so he will have to take all the fights by himself from 4 players or 6 or 7 if more and more players just join the party or something. And NoChanceTeam is also out there as a solo survivor, right in the hands of Famous. That is, he is really fairly close to Famous, or if anything. We'll have to see what happens. The 6th circle is going to be coming into a close in less than 50 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. 50 seconds is the time, and LordNepal is sitting out. The Toxic NP is also on the other side, Comrade, as well, as they are so low on their health. Nikesh goes down. I think this can fairly be the end of LordNepal. I mean, 2 players are still surviving, but their HPs were on a lower number. They need to heal up first before they can take the fights in their hands right now. PainBlack as well, the solo survivor, and Empty is so close to PainBlack. You can see switches to FPV just to have a wider area of watching right now. PainBlack not making any move, not making any single move. Empty, Kanik, Bugatti would be like to move in forward, and Reed is also out there. I would like to see what happens if the fight just come in and commences in on PainBlack's side. But for now, you can see the solo players surviving. The solo players are sitting out there. Can he take the players out? As Empty has no idea. Reed has no idea. The Glack is on the house. Inside the house, Reed gets shot from the outer side, but does he know that where he is sitting, there is a player right behind him? I don't think so. He knows it. He is still gonna just sit out there on the window side. PainBlack still surviving. Green Team Sprint taking up a fight against Lord Toxic, and Reed and PainBlack in one house, one area, and they have no information. I mean, PainBlack might be having information. Lord Toxic and just goes down, will be taken over the zone. If anything, Lord Comrade will be out there. The solo survivor from Team Lord, and Imperious Batman can go out as well as Green Team Sprints. Look at that. Punisher, 1 HP, not anymore. Goes down as well. But Punisher was taken down by some other player. Now this player can just steal the kill, and I think the kill will be stolen in an easier way. Imperial in a bad spot. One more shot can take him down, and now the kill has been stolen by Ebola. Negroni is on a really good domination right now. I think the players are doing wonders with the guns as of now.
The players are definitely doing wonders, and a lot of people, teams have taken an early exit in this one. Teams that you did not expect to take an exit. But look at this. Dream Team still going pretty strong right now. Even Zeus is there still with 3 players alive and have 6 kills on them. But I think Dream Team, they have to take this one. They lose one player has been knocked down, but can they come out on the fight? NCJal, the only player from a squad, somehow manages to make it in the zone, but he's going to be in trouble as Famous. They spot him out, and Mesquite is going to finish him off. No chance. They are going to take an exit. They are going to be forced to take an exit from this game, down to the 7 teams. But even Famous are going to be in trouble, because now it's going to be an uphill battle, an uphill climb that they have to make, and that is going to be hard, because there is a team already controlling that position.
Dream Team is the only team that has double-digit their number of kills. 11 points for the team right now. Famous Usa goes down as Empty takes up a fight with them, and Killer from ZS Esports takes on one player from WMGxCloud. Look at this. ZS Esports moving in forward. One player Spider just surviving out there. Can Spider just go down? Spider goes down. This will be the end of WMGxCloud. Look at that. ZS Esports is moving in. Killer, Undak, and and ably. They are three players, the three players of death, the three horsemen of death, if you would like to say it, as ably is moving in forward. Ebola is on the other side of Wolf Squad and Dream Team. Oh my god, Zeus and Dream Team are so close to each other. Will they be engaging in a fight right now in the final circle is going to be one of the questions, as the circle is actually just on these players, these teams right now. And Famous still surviving. Three players, all three of them, they cannot afford to lose any single player right now. Dream Team's players take down one more, moving in inside the house. Will they go for it? I don't think so. Now they will. And will just finish what they started. And Dream Team has 12 kills, all 4 players surviving. Bugatti, one final shot on him can take him down. And yes, it does. Bugatti goes out of the Dacia. But good boys, can they steal the kill? The kill will be stolen. No, it does not, as Musket just takes what was his rightfully.
And yes, the kill being confirmed has to be important, but Dream Team Sengi is going to make sure that Wolf Squad also take an exit. Now, MT is going to be in cover, in a lot of trouble, as the players have been spotted out by two teams, Famous and Zeus. Famous is in the blue zone, and the knock is going to come in, as Karnik is going to spot Mesquite, and he's going to be taken down, and the finish is going to come in as well. The kills being confirmed, but Sengi is going to make sure that the score, the kill score for the team of Zeus just keeps going up and up and up, as they are just going on wipe out on a lot of teams. But good boys, they are going to be engaging in fight, and Famous take an early exit on the 5th position down to the top 4 teams, 11 players still alive. Good boys, 2 players have been taken down. Dream Team have already lost one of their own. Zeus is still in this one with the 3 players still fighting. Good boys, they're going to start losing players as Dream Team now focuses on them. 1 player left standing. Shark is the only man left standing. Kills are being confirmed. Star was taken out. Scritch out in the open is going to be taken out by the blue zone. Just 1 player from the side of Good Boys left standing, Shark, and he's right next to the team of Dream Team. Mystic is going to drop one of the players from the side of Zeus, forcing them in a bad situation, but the revive is going to come in just because the compounds are going to be there. But the nade being cooked. Can this land perfectly? And I think that has to be an undershot. It's going to land quite
look
close
at this. Dream Team and Zeus once again in the final of the circles. Which team is going to take up the fight, as WMGxCloud is still surviving? Good Boys make an exit. If they just take down WMGxCloud, that is just going to leave these two teams once again. What is this sorcery? What is this gameplay? The teams are, the first and second position is being given to these two teams only. Can this be Zeus Esports' game, or will Dream Team go for 3-0 in the final circle? This is much more than something out in this one between these two teams. I don't know how are they playing this game, but this is important. And look at this. WMGxCloud's Spider is being sandwiched from 2 directions, and this sandwich can just lead that 1 player go down. As Dream Team is on one side, Zeus Esports on the other side. If they just move in, they're gonna see Spider, and Spider will be taken down if anything, because he is a solo survivor, and there are 6 players. He's going for the smokes. How many smokes does he have? I don't know, but the smokes are gonna be helping him a lot. 6 first aids as well. Can go for an easy heal battle if he wants to go for it. The smokes are gonna be out here. I think if someone throws a grenade or something, he is going to be throwing grenades. Now he is ready for a fight. Will he be throwing on whose side? Is it Negroni or is it Sengi? Where is he going to go for the grenade? The Molotov kicks in on one side of his location, so that means players actually know his location, where he is right now. The circle is closing in. 7 players surviving. 3 teams alive. Which team is going to make it out further? As Spider, he opens up a door on his side. For some reason, that's just going to give his location right now. Was a bad choice. The door has been closed from behind. What's going to happen? Spider popping up one more smoke for his aid, for his survival. The survival of the fittest is going to matter out there. Look at that. The players are inside. The players are right next to the smoke. There are players right in front of him, but they don't spot him because the smoke cloud is not going to leave anything behind right now. ZS Esports, can they clutch this one? This is the win that they need. This is the win that they want. And once the smoke goes down, the Negroni will understand that there's a player right in front of him. Look at that. Mystic is right in front of Spider right now. Sengi as well and Negroni as well. Will they spot that one player, or will one player be their demise? This is a question out here. I think Mystic, a grenade can just change everything for the teams. And Spider just moves in. Spider is charging. Spider is taken down once again. It's a 3v3 between Dream Team and ZS Esports. 50% chance of each and every team to win. Have 3 players each. Which team is gonna come up on top? A grenade from ZS Esports is ably goes in. It's gonna take down a little bit health of Dream Team Sengi, who is still surviving right now. What is gonna happen, ladies and gentlemen? 9th circle, the final circle of death. This is where the game actually comes to. D36T on the 6 times, and an Uzi out here. The suppressed Uzi from Sengi, can it just pop the players out as they are all moving in from one direction to the other? Level 3 helmet, level 2 west, and look at this. The circle is out. The circle of heal battle is out in the open. Sengi goes down. One player has been taken on. Zeus Esports moving in forward. Will maybe taking down the second player. Undax is moving in. Negroni has just one bullet in his gun. Negroni 20 bullets. Can MK14 do the damage? Yes, it does. One final player, one final team. Dream Mystic going for a heal battle outside. Can he actually pop the first shades? No, he cannot. Was it Zeus Esports' game? Yes, it was. Finally, Zeus Esports getting up a win.
Finally, but the kills. Look at this as well.
Oh.
The kill difference between these two teams, it is way too much. And once again, just like the game on Erangel, in the third game of Vikendi, once again we'll be forced to wait for the points of the game standings to see which team is going to stand on top of the other. But I think this has to be the first time that two of the same teams have met again and again and again, 3 times in the final circle, and it has always been an intense fight. And it keeps getting more intense. Can they make it 4? I think that has to be the question now.
That will be a personal record or something. But then let's just have a look at the MVP from this game, as it's going to be Undark from ZS Esports. 6 kills from this guy, 832 damage, 30 minutes of survival time, and 5.36 kilometers of the total distance travel. I mean, these guys, not just these guys, these two teams, if anything, we have to say, like, these two teams are playing commendable right now. They are setting up a bridge for the other teams. Like, the final circle is already theirs. If there's any other team, just go away right now. They want to have the domination that these are the two names. These are the two names that are going to be there in the kill feed in the final circles.
Yes, I think so. After this game and after the first 2 games as well, I think we can expect these two to be in the last Erangel as well. The performance has been amazing. So let's have a look at the top 5 players from this game and see who all actually made it in there. Sengi is going to be first with 8 kills and 1,000 damage.
I mean, alright, the thing is, Dream Team and GS Esports, those are the only teams that are out in this one. Obviously, last 3 games, these two teams, and in top 5, once again, these two teams, these two players, Sengi, Undark, Dream Teams, Negroni, Mystic, and Abely. Like, incredible, 8-3, but the numbers is being distributed in between them only.
Yeah, and the score is 2-1 between them if you talk about chicken dinners for today. Dream Team taking 2, Zeus just getting 1. So can they tie up the score? I think that this has to be a personal rivalry and a sort of rivalry in the making, if it's not already, between these two titans now.
Exactly. And I mean, we'll have to see which team still stands out first or something in this game for now. And leave the overall first mark. We'll have to see which team comes up at second position.
Because between these two, it's a best of 4 now. Best of 4, 3 games have already been played, and it is 2-1 now.
Will it be a tie at the end? We'll have to see that as well. Let's just have a look at the standings right now. And Dream Team, alright. The kill counter just coming in out there.
The kill counter is the thing that mattered, and 31 points to both these teams. So I think no one is going to be happy or no one is going to be upset about it, since the points are just points in this one. So 31 points, pretty much earning the same points for themselves. GoodBoys on the 3rd, WMGxCloud on the 4th, Famous on the 5th, MT on the 6th, Wolf Squad on the 7th, and Andromeda on the 8th position for this game. But Ocean, look at this. Once again, 11 kills for the chicken dinner.
11 kills for the chicken dinner out there. But then winning team is Zeus, but then Dream Team is out there on the top. And then talking about the players and the teams that are at the bottom right now, Imperial GG on the 9th, No Chance on the 10th, LordNepal on the 11th, GoodFellows on the 12th, 4 Angry on the 13th, Pain Gaming on the 14th, Vengeance on the 15th, and Watch My GP is ending their day in this one on the 16th position.
Yeah, quite an unfortunate situation for a lot of good teams. Imperial also took an early exit as the fight did not turn out in their favor. And one last game, once again, as we always say, one last game, and Erangel can be anyone's map just because everyone has so much experience on that one. Everyone keeps on playing it again and again and again and again. But what is going to happen? What is going to happen? Are we going to have the same two teams dominate the entire day, or is someone else finally going to step up?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see where the overall these teams are. So let's just have a look at the overall standing. Let's see how much domination are the teams just doing out here. Because, alright, Dream Team is still on the 2nd, Zeus on the 3rd. Famous has had a jump in this one, but then, I mean, about the first, we cannot just say anything about the
Yeah.
team that is on the first position. No chance. Team Gravity has dropped down the 5th, Exodus on the 6th, BlackTeamMGL on the 7th right now, and SwankyGaming is out there on the 8th position for now. So Dream Team, Zeus and Famous is at 7 games each. Rest assured, each and every team has had 8. Imperial has had 7 and they are on the 9th. Pain Gaming has had 7, they are on the 10th. Mysterious and NoMercy both have 8 games each for themselves. WMGxCloud, Andromeda, MT and GoodBoys are there with 7 games for themselves. 13, 14, 15 and 16th position for their side. No chance. See, this is still one thing. All the teams in the final area, they have had 7 games. One game can just change, make or break everything for themselves. So let's see if they just, stand up to their expectations.
Yeah, we have to see what is going to happen to these teams, because right now the performance from them has not been good either, and they need to have that chicken dinner performance to make an impact and to move up into the top 16. But even after that, today is going to be the first half ending, first 8 games being completed for all the team. Then it's going to be the next 8 games coming in from tomorrow, because 16 games is what the teams are going to be playing in total. We still have one more Erangel remaining for today, after which I think the stats are going to be comparable for all these teams. And let's have a head-to-head between the two teams that have been pretty consistent, Dream Team and Zeus Esports, but just for the last game. 17 kills to 11 kills, 2,900 damage, 2,977 damage being given out by Dream Team to 2,331 from the side of Zeus Esports. Healing done, 655 to 770. Distance traveled, 32.25 kilometers to 19.32 kilometers. That is a massive difference.
Exactly, it's a lot of difference out there. Headshots obviously is going to be like head-to-head, like 2 and 3 for themselves, but the thing is, Zeus Esports, they had the area of circle for themselves, most of it.
Yeah.
And Dream Team, they had to rotate in from one direction to the other as they were taking up the fights. There was a time when Zeus
They
Esports
landed in Trevno and they split up from there as well.
and there was a time when Zeus Esports was right in front of the Dream Team in the first 11, and Dream Team was going for the rotations only at that time, but so they did not actually have the fight. Let's have a look at the kill leaders as well. Let's see where the kills are right now, because each and every team, both these teams are actually doing really good. Are they out there? I think so. As Dream Team, Senge and Prince are the 2 players that are on the 4th and 5th in the overall kill leaders right now with 21 and 19 kills for themselves. But then Godless, Choconet and Sibo are not going to be moving anywhere. I mean, Sibo can actually and Choconet can actually move in the next game if Senge just goes in or Prince just goes in. But Godless with those 33 kills.
Yeah, they have been amazing, but look at this. From 6 to 10, 3 players from the side of Zeus actually make an appearance as well. Undak on the 6th, 18 kills. Kaizen with 7th position for himself, 16 kills. Mosquito from 8 on the 8th position, 15 kills. Batman from Imperial on the 9th, 14 kills. And Killer from Zeus on the 10th with 13 kills. But yeah, competing with Godless, I think that is going to be a challenge, because as we saw in the overall standings as well, even after having like the chicken dinners for themselves, Dream Team are nowhere near like the point difference between them and NOChanceTeam. So NOChanceTeam, yesterday, it was just an amazing, mind-blowing performance from them.
Yeah, I mean, it was more than mind-blowing performance. And see, the players are still trying. They have, if not anything, Dream Team has had kind of 3 chicken dinner game, if you want to call it. But still, it's nowhere near. Let's see what happens in the final one.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens in the final one. But that is going to happen after a short break. So you guys just stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back. Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split WildCard Region Semi-Finals. My name is Varun Super Johnny John. Joining me on the desk is the super thirsty man Ocean Sharma.
Thirsty Ocean, all right, really,
Yeah.
really, that's ironic. Even irony will be like, what? but then coming on to the final game, I mean, Dream Team,
Yeah.
Zeus Esports. Is there any other name you want to give me for the final circle? I'm
Ooh.
open. I'm all ears if you want to give me any other name.
I don't think so, because now even I want to see the battle of the Titans happen in this
Alright,
final game.
Can we have a match in which like each and every team just exits already and we see them
just a 4v4 TDM for these two.
because what they are doing is beyond anything. The first game, it started off with the first game like, all right, they are fighting each other. Second game, all right, that's cool. Third game, once again, what?
Yeah, and that was a huge surprise, because the same two teams and the situation is getting more and more even, because from a 2 versus 3 where Dream Team was at an advantage to a 2v2 wherein just a flank sort of helped them get the chicken dinner, to a 3v3 situation where one guy just died in a heal battle.
Exactly. All those things that are just coming out there, and different maps, different strategies, different scenarios is all the things.
I have an even more amazing scenario for this one.
All right.
Final circle, both the teams bring their cars and just start smashing each other. Let's just have a demolition derby in this one. That's going to be hilarious to watch.
No smashing in the final, please. But see, people don't use vehicles till that time. All they use it for the covers. They just blast their car. So there's no.
Yeah, but this is it's going to be so hilarious. But let's have a head-to-head. So we did see the head-to-head for just the last game, and this is for the overall. And the stats are looking quite interesting. 56 to 54 kills. Okay, Zeus has an advantage over there. But damage done, 10,465 to 4,196 for the side of Zeus. To Dream Team's 9,594, 2,974. So the ratio for damage done to damage taken is towards the side of Dream Team. Headshot 16 to 14, quite close. Chicken dinners 2 to 1. And total points in the favor of Dream Team, but the difference is just 9 points.
Exactly, like these 9 points can change, but I don't think so they're gonna change, because the thing is that both teams come up with equal amount of kills at the end, and the position is one thing that just keeps them apart or something. Kills department is really good with both of them, just like you said, like 54 and 56. So that's also fairly close. That's one thing that we were talking about. Both the teams just go for the kills and all those things. In the first match, Zeus had 17 and the other team had 11. In the final match, it just reversed. The other team had 11, they had 17, all those things. So it's just going like this only overall. So we'd like to see what happens in the final game or something, because I don't know. I honestly have no idea. If that just happens, I'll be just more than happy, or like, I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. We have no idea what's going to happen in this one, but let's have a look at the damage dealers for the overall and see, is anyone going to come close to Godless? But as we can see, no one is going to come close to the man, the god himself. Sitting on the first position, 5,400 damage on him right now. Chalking it on the second with 4,500 damage. Dream Team's Prince is going to be on the third with 3,300 damage. Cebu from Team Gravity on the fourth with 2,938 damage. And fifth being taken by Undak from Zeus with 2,800 damage on him.
Yeah, I mean that's as of now. So we'll see if Zeus Esports just changes everything out in this one, because currently Undak is on the 5th, Dream Team's Prince is out there on the 3rd. Can they just I mean, it's obviously going to be a difficult one to grab what the first and the second players have, but overall just going on, I think final circle. All right, let me just ask you, where do you think final circle might go? I think it should go to Georgia or something. I would love to see a Georgia Mountain 4v4 fight.
Yeah, I think that is going to be pretty intense. The Everest 4v4 in the finale, because that is also going to be interesting. Everest, even though it's like a big mountain, you can run around those small ridges, small rocks that are there on the Georgia Pole side. On the top, the peak, it's just open.
Yeah.
So that is quite tricky to fight around. But let us just head into the game and see where the trajectory is. It starts off from the southern side, right between Military Base and Novo, and goes on straight towards the Stalbert area. So Military Base, Novo, Farm, Milta, Shelter, Prison, Lipovka, Milta Power, School, Pochinki, Rozok, Yasna Poliana, Severny, Stalbert, Kamishki. All positions are going to be available. But the teams for the western side of the map, the teams that go towards the western side of the map, they are going to have a hard time on this one.
As of now, we'll have to see what just goes out in this one. But The players obviously going Georgia Pool, just like you said, it's going to be a hard time and all those in Kakawari, those areas is not going to be something. But then players will be landing mostly on the southern side. As you can see, so many players are just going out. 4 Angry is dropping out right now. Vengeance is dropping out. Like they have changed their dropping location for this one for this one game, as Imperials is also going to that area. So southern areas, if the circle just stays on that area, I think mostly teams will just stay there probably. I hope so.
Yeah, even I hope so that happens. But we still have to figure out what is going to be the strategy, or is anyone going to come up with a change? Because look at this, Novo. That is way too crowded than usual, as a lot of teams has gone toward the Nova Repnoy situation. Vengeance is there, Andromeda is there, Zeus is there as well. The team that goes towards the Georgia Pole City has decided to go towards the Nova area, and they are being punished. As Killer is going to be taken down, and he's going to be finished off by the player from the side of Andromeda, already starting at a man disadvantage, but they retaliated. One player from the side of Andromeda was knocked down, and I think the finish is going to come in at any moment. They need to confirm the kill. Otherwise, Andromeda, if they win this fight, they will be left with all 4 players, and that is just gonna be pretty incredible for them. Imagine this, wipe out an entire team and you come out with all 4 of your players. That is the best case scenario.
That is actually the best case scenario. So we'll have to see what does ZS Esports go for this one. And this is exactly the similar first game circle. This is exactly the thing that just happened. So one thing about ZS Esports, Ably is on the Stalbus. I think the guy is once again AFK or something. But if he just joins once again, look at that. He will be on land. He will be at the edge of the circle. Yeah. So he has 5 minutes to just join in on the party if he wants to go for it. But for now, we'll have to see. And Lipovka is showing some early fights. As I can see from NoChance's players, they are just taking down the fight in their hands, and they're just wiping out the players out in that area or something. Famous is still on their drop of Melta, just like we're talking about it. And Will's squad, they are taking up a fight against No Chance, and they have 1 kill for themselves, so No Chance will be already in a lot of danger. And obviously the numbers advantage is not in the favor of No Chance, as they are down to just 2 players. It started with 3, lost 1 already. Now it's just 2 players in No Chance.
Yeah, 2 players already being taken down, and No Chance, they are not having a great day for themselves, as Ankle and Jal, once again, the only 2 players surviving. Wolf squad is quite close to them, so if they try and run away out in the open from the Slipovka Island, they are just gonna be finished off. And even that, look at this, they need to go through Wolves to actually get away. The open rotation is definitely going to kick in, and they need to be careful. They need to have the guns. They need to knock down at least 1 or 2 of the guys from the side of Wolves to actually run away, because even in the even fights, they can actually try and get out. But Mystic is going to make sure that the shotgun is going to dish out the damage. Even Dream Team is losing players now in the early stages, as Sengi is going to be finished off by the players from the side of Empty. So the 2 of the best performing teams for today are just not having it. But Prince is going to come into the rescue, as Reed from the side of MT is going to be taken down. Dream Team have lost 1 player. Zeus has lost 1 player. Which team is going to make it to the final circle? And Prince's armor is like, it's gone.
I mean, these teams are just playing the same kind of game with each other. That's one thing that's happening. Dream Team's Mystic has a shotgun, right, and obviously can do catastrophic damage in the closest of the ranges, but we'll have to see in the longer ranges what he can go for. Look at that, he's going with the pistol right now, finishing Kanik out there. Bugatti is the lone survivor. Well, Dream Team eliminate the team in the earliest of the stages. We will have to see. Or out here, Andromeda will be taking a fight with Vengeance, as Undak is just going away from this fight. He does not want a part of this fight, obviously. He does not want to be sandwiched or something, as he will be fighting not with 4 players but with 8 players. Look at that. Junior moving in fairly close to Samjana. He can spot Samjana, and that can actually be catastrophic. He has spotted Samjana, and Samjana is low to 40 HP right now.
Yes, Samjana, we do remember the kind of sprays and plays that came in a few days ago during the last stages of the group stages. And if that kind of performance can come in again, I think that has to be the saving grace for the side of Vengeance. But still, what is this team going to do, as the revive is going to come in, and the players from the side of Andromeda are right in front of them. Junior is trying to spot these players out, and I think he has, right behind those small sheds that are there in front of them.
Yeah, exactly. So let's just hope that what happens out in there, because Vengeance has had a bad games today.
Yeah.
They should not continue their bad rush, and that's going to be just like one of the things. But then this is a thing because of which Vengeance is losing the matches. You saw 3 players on one side, 1 on the other. This 3-1 split is not at all going to work for them. And right now, as they have Uzi, don't have the helmet, have a shotgun. Shotgun can be good, but in these ranges, shotgun is not going to do much. Even in these ranges, Uzi can do the damage, but then the other ones have DP and all. Obviously, the single bullet damage of DP is going to be 47, while that's going to be 23 for Uzi. So even a single bullet is going to count a lot out there. So that's going to be one of the things. And now the players from Vengeance are going to be going back on the roadside areas and moving in away from those areas. So that's going to be some of the things that they need to and they have to look in on forward to. And Andromeda still just sitting out there trying to spot the players, trying to dish out the damage, and the first circle is closing in slowly and steadily. So let's see which teams will be moving in onto the circle area as you just talk. Look at the circle. NoMercy is not inside the zone right now. 4 Angry is moving into the military base, outside the military base area, and Zeus Esports as well has to go away. And circle is fairly centralized towards Pochinki and school.
Yeah, that once again, so the massive shifts that we were seeing, I think we are still going to see those. But on our screens right now, Andromeda, they take up the fight against the squad of Vengeance as they try to get away from the NoMercy area. And the early rotation is definitely going to put them at an advantage. But let's look at this. Wolves have caught out the squad of Famous out in the open, and the fight has been initiated. A 4 versus 4 situation as one of the players from the side of Famous has been knocked down. Marvel puts himself in a really aggressive position right in front of the squad of Wolves, and the VSS on Meow is dishing out a lot of damage. And the player from Famous, it was Amara, can be finished off if those random spray shots actually manage to connect. So the revive needs to come in. It needs to come in now, and soon the heals need to be they need to heal up as well. But the players from the side of Wolves, when they realize where Marvel is, they are closing in on his location. 1 versus 4 situation. He needs to clutch this one out for himself. Otherwise, his team is already going to be at a really bad disadvantage.
Exactly. Look at this grenade coming in from both the directions. Both the players going on. Smoker has taken a damage of the grenade, and that was something that has happened. Famous Marvel still surviving out there, has full health for himself, and that is just impressive out there. Smoker will be rushing in from one side. I mean, he should not be staying at the same location. If Marvel just spots him, can just take him down in an instance or something. And the grenades were still coming in on Smoker's side. Smoker is still looking really good right now, and Uzi on Famous Marvel's hand. I mean, obviously, it's going to do a lot of damage. But the thing is that open area, even the 10 meters of open area can just dish out a lot of damage. And look at that. Famous Marvel solo surviving. All 4 players of Wolf Squad just moving in on him. And Suzok is coming in, running in for the cover. But the cover is not coming anytime sooner. Famous is all players are on the other side. World Squad. Ebola moving in. TBP gameplay coming in. Ebola goes down as Marvel switches to M4. From one side goes for a drop shot. But from behind, Meow just comes in and takes down Marvel from Famous. That was something that just happened. Now switching it to VSS, the circle is on the other side, but because it's the first circle, I don't think so players will be much more worrying about it.
Yeah, the first circle, as we say, just dishes out chip damage on every single one. But I think Famous could have actually played this one out better. Marvel should have not moved into that aggressive position on those warehouses. Should have stayed close to his teammate, and Famous are going to be in a tough situation as the squad of Wolves is going to start and close in on them. And the circle has shifted. Rozok is going to be there. Shelter is going to be there. School, Pochinki, they are going to be there. Farm is going to be there on to a certain extent. And it is still on the main island, the central part of the main island, the circle. So the teams are going to have an easy rotation. The teams that will not have an easy rotation is going to be LordNepal. I think ably once again has DC'd, and he is going to be taken down by the blue zone as it comes in. But he is going to be alive for a long time still in the blue zone, just because the damage from this one, it's not that much.
Exactly. That's going to be just one of the things as of now. The damage of the circle as of now won't be that much. This is the second circle only. But after a few circles, you'll have to prioritize the zone as much as you can. And that's going to be an important one out there. Andromeda's players just sitting out in this area, just going for it. We'll have to see what happens as the Milta is going. It's going to be a good area for the players to go in. And Famous actually starts from Andromeda, so in a change of pace right now they are going for it. Empty Bugatti on the tallest building out in Yasnaya for now, and Dream Team's players will be fairly close to them. Dream Team, they have lost one player, but still no fight is lost because they still have a long way to go to the final circle.
Yeah, a long way to go to the final circle, and I think both Dream Team and Zeus Esports will go for the passive style of play. But as I say that, GoodFellows, they catch one of the teams out in the open, rotating. The shots being fired did not connect with that much, but I think they will try and go for the chase on that one and try and see if they can actually contest the team, get some kills for themselves. And the team that was caught out, it was the squad of Imperial GG, and Imperial is chasing 4Angry. They come in contact with 4Angry, who were traveling in their direction, and now the chase is definitely going to come in. But look at this, Ably from the side of Zeus is going to be taken down. Zeus, they are going to be at a man disadvantage now, since the number of 3 did turn to 2 just now, and that is just going to put the team in a more passive mode. And look at this, Ocean, we talked about a demolition derby, and we got one for ourselves, as the players from Imperial and the players from 4Angry were just driving cars around each other. But now both the squads have mutually agreed that that was a stupid decision, and they want to try and make more better use of their time. They want to try and get the loot, get to the safer location, and not just ram cars in each other and play bumper cars for the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be one of the things out there, and we'll have to see what happens. 4Angry also moving in on the areas, so the circle areas, as it goes from Potato Hill area. So the players will be going in from those sides, just trying to go for a safer rotation right now. As you can see on your maps, ladies and gentlemen, Vengeance still trying to make it inside the zone. The 2 players are going in through the bridge area, while the other players are going in through the waterways. And Zeus Esports are going to be enjoying this airdrop right now, as they were fairly close to it. The Groza in that airdrop obviously is going to be a really good thing, and Zeus Esports, I think Case and all can actually have the advantage of that airdrop. Obviously, when it will be coming to the final circle fights and all, when they'll have to take it against if it happens, if they once again go for the final circle fights, and they'll be taking it. So that's going to be just one of the things. But then for now, the circle is going to be shifting out slowly and steadily, and that is a fair good shift right now. Potato Hill coming into the equation, so Dream Team can have a really good chance of the circle area for themselves. They are still outside the circle right now, but in a while, I think they'll be having a really good chance for them in the circle.
Yeah, they will definitely have a chance to control that hill. And we were talking about a hill fight. Did not exactly get what we asked for, but it is still going to be a small mountain on there. So if the final circle actually moves in on there, I think that is going to be exciting as well, because a lot of open spaces are going to be available, and fighting down from the Everest is actually pretty tricky as well. You need the good scopes to actually make sure that you are controlling your recoil of the gun properly and landing all the shots. But fighting from the Potato Hill can actually work out in your favor if you are making the right calls, making the right decisions.
Exactly. So we'll see how, see, as of now, Pochinki is inside the circle and on a safer note, safer areas and all those things, and the players are just going in from those areas as well. The third circle, it's starting right now. The third circle is also starting, so the circle rotations are going to come in, and the players will have to get inside the circle. Vengeance Dinesh is going for that airdrop if that was not looted, so that's going to be one of the things. But then that is just going to lead them for a later rotation or something. Let's just see what happens out in that one for now. But apart from that, all right, the southern area of the next circle, this circle it will be clustered by a lot of teams. Lord Nikesh goes down, WMGYD is taking up a fight and is gonna just finish him up with the SLR. Sorry, has a level 3 helmet, level 2 vest for himself. 4 first aid, so is not lacking anywhere in all those departments right now. And I think Famous players have been spotted by 4Angry. Eugene, who is going to be giving up the information right now, is trying to spot the players out, still just trying to go for it. But for now, I think it's going to be a really good thing from his side. WMG still surviving out the Famous. Suzok gets a bit of damage right now. He'll be going in back to the safety area, spot some players on behind as well. Those houses can be a really good area for them to just stay in on those areas. They go for those houses, but I think they're going for some other rotation for now, which may or may not just prove worthy for them.
Yeah, because the decisions can be risky as well. Something that you think is going to work out in your favor might just not. And we are sitting at a 14-minute mark right now, still all 16 teams alive. Just a few of the players have taken an exit from this game. And now I think more of the players are going to take an exit. 4 Angry on the high ground right now. And right below them, on the slope downwards, is going to be the team of Famous. So I think they can spot out a few of the players. And Famous, the way Sanhok is positioning himself, so I think he has spotted out the players from the side of 4 Angry. But 4 Angry right now are focused on the players from the side of Andromeda. A really weird crossfire situation coming up, and one of the players from Andromeda did knock down. They went in for a flank, they went in for a wraparound. 2-2 split coming in from the side of Andromeda. 2 players from the side of 4 Angry have already been taken out. 3 players being taken down. Just 1 man left standing in 1 versus 2 situation. This is going to be so hard as Junior goes in for the finish. The nade was thrown, but did it do some damage? Junior is going to finish all of them one after the other, and so now the only man left standing. As he gets up, he's going to be spotted out. He gets a knock, but he's going to be finished in an instant, and 4 Angry will be the first team to exit this game.
They become the first team to exit this game right now, and obviously that's going to just change everything for the teams out there, and we'll have to see what just happens out for the game for themselves right now, because this was the final game, obviously.
Yeah.
Nothing more is going to come out from this game right now as of now, so we'll have to see what, after this, from tomorrow or from day after tomorrow, it will be a new start for themselves, and they'll have to cope up with the wrong things, the silly mistakes that they just did out in this Andromeda. I mean, they live to see another day for now.
Yeah, they live to see another day. The 2-2 split somehow worked out in their favor as they drove a car so close to the players from the side of 4 Angry. I don't know what happened over there, because that fight should not have been theirs, but still they managed to win this one. But let's look at this. DreamxTeam ignoring. He is going to be caught out by the players from the side of GoodFellows. Onyx firing those shots from that M4 did actually connect with a lot of them, but Negroni is still going to manage to get away from that one. And Mystic is going to be blown up. So even Dream Team, they are going to be in trouble as Mystic is going to lose his life. Just 2 more players remaining in this game, Rignori and Prince. Prince did spot out another team in the rotation, but decided not to fire those shots. As Wolves, they catch on towards the players of GoodFellows, but the revive should come in first for prioritizing your teammate. And Samjana from Vengeance taking a lot of damage right now by the players from the side of PMCO. And all the 4 players are still standing, so the fight can be theirs. But look at this, Zeus in a 2 versus 4 situation, get 1 knock, and Imperials come in from behind. Vengeance, they are going to be in trouble in an instant as Spain and Imperial, they corner them down.
That is going to be a lot of trouble. MT gets eliminated on the 15th spot. Next can be Vengeance, if anything. Look at that. Lord is also moving in, and Pain is out there. No players is shooting anyone now. They can go for some shots, and yes, they are going the AKM, doing the damage out there, and a lot of damage was given to the vehicle as well. LordNepal's players is good on, and Andromeda is looking in good for the fight. Vengeance Chivas has that Groza, for instance, the Groza that is took with from the airdrop out there on the shore side. He is in the equation, has a level 3 element, but level 1 West. We'll have to see if the West actually just does something for them or not. Some's not going for the smokes right now. Thug has had a revive of him as well. Some more grenades coming in from the other side, and grenades are taking the damage. Chivas is low on his health right now. Ankle goes down. Sam's are low on HP. Sam's are taken down by Imperials. Just like you said, the third party is kicking in, coming in right now. And Vengeance, they can be the next team to get eliminated if they are not on their toes for the fight.
Yeah, they can be the next team to get eliminated as they are cornered on the downslope right now. The good thing for them is that they're barely on the edge of this circle. So the blue zone is not going to affect them. They will have to rotate in the next one though. So that is going to be really, really tricky. But now, since the players are knocked down, they just have to prone. Pain Gaming know where they are. Imperials know where they are. And Batman with that DMR is already pretty much the reason why they are cornered. Can they get out of this one? And if they can, how will they do this? We have to see, because running out in the open will get you shot at, as we will just witness as Jivas is out in the open. Oh, they go for a crossfire setup. As Jivas ran out in the open, his teammate provided some cover, but will that work out? Batman is sitting at 50% health. He's going to heal up soon. And Jivas gets close to the players from the side of Pain Gaming. 1 man has been knocked down, 3 left standing in that watchtower, and the shots come in, but Jivas, he's going to be taken down. Thug is there for the cover as well, has the UMP, but his armor is almost gone. He does not have any more heals, as Samjana is going to be taken down and Thug is going to fall, and that is going to be it for the side of Vengeance, taking exit on the 13th position.
Exactly. Now the grenades were kicking in from the other side as well. Pain Forbes grenade actually did. Like they had much more throwables than you could just even imagine. LordNepal goes down as famous, goes up with the grenades of his own. So grenades are doing much more damage as compared to the guns in this one, as two squads get their wipe from the grenades right now, and two squads got wiped away from the grenades as well. Now, right now, the players were taking up the Potato Hill area, because that's going to be an important one. The 5th circle, 11 teams still surviving, 35 players remaining, ladies and gentlemen. What's going to happen as World Squad and Pain Gaming are going to be the new names with good amount of kills and good amount of players that are still surviving out in this one for themselves. And on the other hand, Zeus and Dream Team, they have 2 and 1 players remaining. Can they go for it? No, they can't. Zeus Esports gets eliminated in this one right now. That was a big upset for today.
That has to be a huge upset for today. But look at this. Even Dream Team, they are not in a good situation. Just 2 players alive. Have 3 confirmed kills. But let's talk about the team on our screens. Imperials, all 4 players in there. But still have to move in towards... they are trying to gatekeep the players from the side of WMG, who are moving in towards the circle. Imperials are going to be in a tricky situation because they have WMGxCloud right behind them. But Dream Team, they are not stopping, as Prince is going to get a couple of kills for themselves, just increasing the number from 2 to 4 in just a matter of seconds. But Punisher spots out. Here's the noises from the players from the side of WMGxCloud. The damage was given. Punisher runs inside the smoke for some cover, but is that going to be enough? As a player from the side of WMGxCloud, they come in from behind. They can take advantage of the situation, go for the third party and capture a lot of kills for themselves. But GoodFellows on the other side will take an exit, as Nate from Famous are going to be the reason that they are taken out. And Imperial's Batman is going to get a finish for himself. Punisher is there as well. WMG, watch my GP, in so much trouble right now, close to the players from Imperial, and Imperial in a sandwich situation themselves.
Yes, Imperial is out there just trying to survive if they can, and look at that! Punisher just goes down like this. Whitey was doing incredible damage, and now Batman is in the same location. As of now, Whitey gets shot in from behind, gets taken down by Pain Gaming. Will Imperial think of this as an opening for themselves, as Brad is still gonna go for the fights right now. The smoke's being popped up right now as of now, just for them to stay safe, to take up the fight. Play zone eats up Dream Team. Sprints. GoodBoys gets eliminated. Dream Team is surviving with a single player. How far can they go in this one? Because the big names are going on the early exits for now. This was not supposed to happen. A grenade was coming in from closest side, and that grenade just takes the Imperial's kick, and Dream Team gets eliminated on the other side as well. So now we will finally find out a new winner for this time, and I think Wolf Squad can be a big name, as Wolf Squad has all 4 players surviving and 10 kills already. On the other hand, Famous is also a really good contender, because they have 8 kills for themselves. They are looking good with the kill points, but the numbers advantage is not in their favor for now. PNG and PGN needs a revive, and I think Maga will be out there to help him out.
Yeah, this is a close combat situation with these 3 teams all up against each other. Nate from Glack, can he take down some of the players from the side of WMG? And if that happens, if the knocks come in from this Nate, I think Imperials are going to go in and confirm the kills for themselves. But the circle, once again, out in the open, taking control of the top of the mountain is going to be Imperial, and Imperial killing is going to be taken down. And one player from the side of Pain was already also knocked down. WMG have an advantage in this one, and they go in, finish off killing. Imperial take an exit on the 7th position with 0 kills to their name, down to the top 6 teams. And I think more teams are going to be eliminated just right here, just on this one edge of the circle, as WMG will now switch targets and will look to eliminate the next team in their paths. Who is that going to be? I think it has to be Pain. They have made a lot of noise. They have put WMG in a lot of trouble for now. And as I say that, Famous is going to be in trouble, as Whitey is going to spot out Amara, and the knock is going to come in as well. But WMGxCloud, Mondo, he's going to throw out a smoke towards the players from this side of WMG, but the knock did not come in. The damage are being traded between Wolves and WMGxCloud, but no one is getting a knock. But now the knock is going to come in as Cocktail from Watch My GP is going to get a knock on one of the players.
Cocktail has spotted the players, has taken them down. Spots one more. Hugo was low on HP, but on the other side, Cocktail gets spotted as well as Bondo just takes him down with that Scar L doing the damage, dealing the damage out there. So Watch My GP's player needs a revive. WMGxCloud's players needs a revive. Look at that, Jal is still out there surviving, no chance. If one player goes down, we'll just leave them with one final play. Watch My GP is outside the circle, have to get inside the circle right now. As you know, circle's damage is going to be a lot more. They are inside the circle, but at the thing that they just have 1 HP remaining. And now, you know, Cocktail is gonna go and put up a first hit. Ankle is still surviving out there from No Chance. He's fairly away from the circle side, fairly away from the fights. He can backstab Famous right now from his location where he is looking as of now. And WMGx, WMG, both teams still surviving in, but Wolves are looking really good.
Yeah, Wolves are looking really good in this game, but now they won't. A Smoker is going to be knocked out in a really bad situation by an 8, and the finish is going to come in soon. And Mondo did trade a lot of health for that knock. He is going to be in so much trouble. One good utility throw and a Molotov or a nade is going to actually get a finish on him. And Marga has spotted out the players from the side of Famous. Was trying to fire the shots, but the cover of the car was enough to protect Mosquito from that situation. And as you said, Ocean, Ankle is going to be in a really amazing position to go for a flank. The utility being thrown from the side of Whitey is going to flush out the player from the side of Famous, and Mosquito out in the open, taking a lot of damage, but still somehow managed to get behind the tree for some cover. Now he's hiding behind the rock. The legs being spotted. The damage has been given out. Drops down to 20% health. The nade being thrown once again. Was that a smoke? Was that a nade?
It's a throwable, if anything. If you want to keep it in a category right now. No Chance with 1 player surviving, Famous with 2, World Squad with 2, and other players out there with 3. Was Watch My GP still surviving with the 4 players for themselves. As of now, we'll have to see what happens. Like, World Squad has had a good day, but they are now losing players for themselves, and WMGx players also go down. May also goes down. Watch My WMG is gonna be out there with 1 player surviving. World Squad actually gets eliminated. Now that means the dominating team goes down. Will it be Famous's game this time? It's gonna be a big question. Watch My GP still out there. Pain G and BGN with his Groza is on low health. Will be popping up a first aid. Plays on each up WMGxCloud. Spider out there. Look at this, Whitey is still surviving. Cocktail has had some damage on himself, as well as NRZ is going to go for a Molotov right now. If the Molotov hits the right direction, it's going to burn the players out. And on the other hand, you can see Pain's players go down. 2 players go down. Cocktail is down as well. This is going to be a 1v1 fight right now between these 2 teams right now. Close as he takes down 1 player. 1 more player surviving out there. Close is on low HP. GNBL moves in on the outer side. Takes down 1. Switches to the gun. M4 out there. And Whitey, can he take him down? I think yes, he just takes him down. And out there, Pain will be surviving. Watch My gameplay exits the stage. Now this is a 2v1v1 as 1 player from Pain Gaming still needs a revive. After that, it will be a 2v2v1 right now. Famous with 1 player. 10 kills for Pain Gaming. 3 for WMGxCloud. Will it be Famous's gameplay? We'll see what is gonna happen out in this one. 40% probability for WMGxCloud and Pain Gaming to win, and Famous has a 20% probability, but that is just not gonna stop them from blazing out the guns in this one. As Amara, we have seen a 1v3 from Amara a few days back, but can they go for a 1v4? And those 4s are from other different teams right now, as Mondo and NRZ are from WMGxCloud, and Pain's 2 players are also out here. Forbid and GNBG and Amara with that Scar L. Amara with a vision to win this one. 1 final game, 1 final movement. A grenade fairly close to Amar right now. The spray is being taken up, but then the spray is not going to do anything, but the circle might, because the smoke is going to go away. And after this, the location will be revealed. The location for Goddess of Death will be out. Then look at this, GNBG and just go looking out there, spots the player, but is not shooting them. Now does, and NRZ goes down with a headshot. That's just going to leave 1 player. That's Mondo out there. Mondo spots him as well. GNBN goes down, and that is going to be the end, as Famous Amara was out there, but Famous Amara also goes down, so the win will be Pain Gaming's out in this one.
Yeah, but Famous finally stepping up big in the last game for the day, and Zeus Esports and DreamxTeam did not at all. It was not what we expected in this one, but the last fight was pretty intense, and that was a lucky play for GNBGN, because the player in front of him, only his head was visible from behind the rock.
Exactly.
Anything he hit was supposed to be a headshot.
Exactly, that was one thing. But then let's just move at the MVP for this game and let's see who the MVP was. Because if I remember, yeah, it's going to be Forbit. Just two players from Pain actually had the kills for themselves, and Forbit was one of them. Had 7 kills, 896 damage, 26 minutes and 50 seconds of the survival time for this guy, and 6.5 was the total distance covered by him in the fields of Erangel out in this one.
Yeah, a lot of good plays coming in from the side of Pain, and the interesting situation was that they were always on the edge of the circle, so they were always fighting inwards, and that is sort of tricky because you have to worry about the fact that you need to keep a constant eye on the clock of the blue zone and see that it's not moving in towards you, because taking extra damage is just going to mean that you will go down first before your enemy actually falls. So that was something that they were dealing with, and they still managed to keep themselves safe. But let's have a look at the top 5 players as well and see which of the players are going to be joining Forbit, as Wolves Meow is going to be on the first position, 8 kills and 1081 damage on the guy. Second position being taken by Forbit from the side of Pain with 7 kills, 896 damage. Pain GNBGN is going to be on the third with 5 kills, 610 damage. Famous Susog is going to be on the fourth with 4 kills, 319 damage. And a player from the team of NoChance, we still do not know who that is going to be, just a bunch of squares in there. Okay, we do know who that is. It's Ankle. Ankle is there on the 5th position with 4 kills, 224 damage.
Yeah, Ankle with a lot of squares out in this one. It's going to be the fifth player out for the team. Imagine, alright, sometimes I think about this. We see top 5 players, right? Imagine if those 5 players are in one team with one as a substitute player and all 4 players. Just imagine the kind of catastrophe that
I think that can happen in the kill leaders or damage dealers overall.
Exactly.
But subs coming in and doing a lot of damage, that has to be tricky because sub is going to be playing fewer games in comparison.
Yeah, but just imagine what if those players just make one team for themselves.
Hey, that is just going to be incredible, I think.
That just goes incredible. Then let's just have a look at the standings for this one match. Pain Gaming on the first, 32 points. So then so Famous on the second. They stepped up big time, big one this time. Full squad on the third. Watch My GP on the fourth. WMGxCloud on the fifth. No Chance on the sixth. DreamxTeam on the seventh. And Andromeda ends this game on the 8th position with 6. So there are some teams that are not. I mean, DreamxTeam is here, but GS Esports also had an exit. So let's just have a look at the other standings. Imperial still having a bad day. LordNepal having a bad day. GoodBoys was out there. MT, GoodFellows, and CS Esports had 0 kills in this one.
Yeah, 0 kills, 14th position, so not an amazing performance for them. But I think with the way they played the first 3 games, they have pretty much secured themselves a top 8 standing, even on the day that they are not going to be playing.
Yeah.
But for now, I think it is going to be important for these teams to reset and come back stronger tomorrow.
Exactly.
As we were talking about this, the first half of the first, it is going to be a double round robin format in the semi-finals. The first round robin is going to be over today, and now since every single team is going to be sitting at 8 games being played, we can actually have a proper look at the stats and see how these teams compare up against each other and try and predict basically how the next set of matches are going to go.
Exactly, that's only one of the things. But then, let's have a look at the overall standings as well to see where the teams are, where the teams are going to be at the end of the first round robin, just like you like to say. And so 190 total points for No Chance still out there. NOChanceTeam. DreamxTeam has stepped up out there. GS Esports and Famous top 4 are not going to go anywhere. 190, 141, 125 and 120 points for each and every one. And each and every team has had 8 games for themselves for now. 2 chicken dinners back-to-back for DreamxTeam. 4 obviously coming out there from No Chance side yesterday as what they did. Pain Gaming is going to be out there on the 5th, Team Gravity on the 6th, Exodus on the 7th, and BlackTeamMGL will be out there on the 8th. But then moving on, Imperial, Swanky, WMGx. So Imperial is still sitting out there on the 9th. Swanky has had a drop in this one from 7th to 10th. WMGx has had a big jump as they are on the 11th. Watch My GP on the 12th, MYSTERIOUZ on 13th, No Chance on the 14th, World Squad on the 15th, and NoMercy will be out there in the top 16 with 52 points. But then let's see from 17th position, because this is 52. And see, Andromeda is also at 52, so there's a competition.
Yeah, there is definitely going to be a competition, and just the number of kills separating these two, since they have the same number of points. But MT on the 18th, GoodBoys on the 19th, GoodFellows on the 20th, LordNepal on the 21st, Four Angry on the 22nd, and Vengeance on the 23rd. So even Vengeance is not far away. They are sitting on 29 points. A couple of good games for themselves out of the next 8, and they will have an opportunity. So no hope is lost. All the teams are still in it.
Exactly.
Even the teams in the last set of standings.
Exactly. It's going to be like teams are still in it because they'll still be having a chance to change everything for themselves, to change everything in the games and everything, because everything it's going to go once around in the full circle, just like we like to say. So that might just happen.
Yeah, that might just happen, but we still have to wait for all the games to be over to see which teams are going to make it into the final. But I think so far, NoChance have pretty much secured a standing in the top 16 with the way they played in the first set of games. Yeah,
Easy.
Just 2 days required and almost sitting at a 200-point mark.
Easy. And one thing is that they don't need to, even if they don't play or they play bad games, they'll still be in the top 8 if anything happens out after the games will be done out in this one. So far, I think NoChance has had a good run. DreamxTeam, Zeus Esports, and Famous, these teams have had a good run. But then let's have a look at the kill leaders. Overall, these will be top 10. But for the first 5, we've got Godless 33, obviously not playing today. Chocolat, obviously not playing today. Saber not playing today. But then DreamxTeam Sengi had 21 in the previous game, has 22 in this one. It means that just 1 point, 1 kill has been added. Same goes for DreamxTeam Sprints. 1 point has been added and has had 19 previously, has 20 right now. So these were the top 5 from now. But then moving on, Zeus Esports is going to be out there on the 6th one. Famous is Muscade is going to be out there. Kazin from Zeus Esports on the 8th. Famous is Amara and Imperial's Batman. So these were the teams, these were the players that played today and have had an impact. But then still, no one can replace NoChance on the top position. No one can replace NoChance in the kill leaderboards as well.
Yeah, no one is going to be able to take their position from anyone, and it is going to be trouble for them. But let's have a look at the head-to-head between 16th position and 17th. The team that is making it right now and the team that is not making it, NoMercy and Andromeda. Andromeda on the 17th, NoMercy on the 16th right now. Kills 27 for the side of NoMercy, 25 for Andromeda. Damage being done 6,000 for the side of NoMercy to 5,477 for the side of Andromeda. Healing done, it's going to be 2694 for NoMercy, 2835 for Andromeda. Headshots, it's going to be 8-4, and the points 52 for both of them. So the kills getting a priority is going to be the reason that NoMercy is sitting on the 16th and Andromeda is on the 17th right now. But Andromeda, if either of these teams have a good game, they are just going to move in towards the top 16, and they need to make sure staying in the top 16 has to be a priority always.
Exactly, like that will be the thing out there. But then let's have a look at the top 5 damage dealers as well when we are talking numbers and crunching numbers, as Godless will be out there. Obviously 5,400, almost 5,500. With just a few kills tomorrow, he'll be hitting that mark if anything. The guy will be out there. Chogonut, 4,512 for himself. DreamxTeam Sprints, 3,960. So this is where actually only one person sitting in that 5,000 plus mark. The second person with that, only one person in that 4,000 plus mark, and then each and 2 players in those 3,000 marks. But then look at, still the gap is a lot.
Yeah.
3,900, 3,019. That's a lot of gap. And then there comes TG Sebo, who is fairly close to Undark from ZLC Sports, has 2,938 as his number out there.
Yeah, the difference between the damages dealt by players, it is pretty big, and that sort of reflects in their performance as well. DreamxTeam Zeus had an amazing day today. TG yesterday was pretty good for them, but NoChance 2 days ago when they played, they were on fire, that team, and once again pretty much securing a top 16 finish. Even if I think they can skip an entire day and still manage to stay in the top 16, or if they skip an entire day, come back in on the next day and just like steamroll over everyone, just take the first position. But all that is just going to be speculation. We don't know what's going to happen until the games are going to be played. We are going to be signing off for today. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time. Till then, you guys take care, have a good night, bye bye.